And we say, what's going on, everybody? Chris Ballard here, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you live tonight for the Alamo Bowl. Valero Alamo Bowl. Please try saying that 5 times fast. I doubt you can. For Oregon and Oklahoma, two teams that I think kind of disappointed in ways. I mean, a lot of people were high on Oklahoma in the offseason. My preseason pick for the national title was going to be Georgia over Oklahoma. I thought those would be the two teams to beat this year. Clearly, I was mistaken. Georgia, they were the team to beat. Alabama took care of it, but Oklahoma. Look, they made a bowl game. They still had they had some good moments in the season, but it wasn't enough. Lincoln Riley is out. Bob Stoops is coaching for them tonight. Brent Venables to take over after tonight, with Clemson. But going to share screen here. Not going to show the game. This game fixing to come on. I'd be on camera, but I'm just going to be honest. I'm kind of just relaxing tonight, but I'm here. I'm watching the game with you guys to be calling it. I think it could be a very interesting game. Clemson taking out Iowa State tonight, winning the Cheez-It Bowl. That was a very fun game to watch. Let's see. It ended up being 20-13. Great defense there by the Tigers at the end. Iowa State did not have enough, and they just couldn't. They just couldn't close it out, Iowa State. But I thought it ended up being a pretty good game. But again, I think this one will be pretty good too here. Oregon and Oklahoma. Do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. Share this out. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, as always on YouTube. Not always on Facebook, but for the most part, I don't like to get the hangout streams or whatever on there because that's kind of where we just kind of relax and everyone says what they want. But when I do the 360 show or something like this, if I'm going to call a game, I try to get that for you guys on the Facebook page. So we're waiting for Clemson, Iowa State to end, and we'll get to the Alamo Bowl. Again, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I love each and every one of you. And again, thank you so much for a great year here in 2021. I said earlier in my video, I put up just a lot of people to thank. And I've come a long way this year moving to Alabama and, just people that I love and care about on here. And y'all have made this year very special. And I love and appreciate all of you. Thank you. But comment your score predictions too, because I think this could be interesting. I think Oklahoma's got this. They're favored by 7. So they don't think too highly of them. They got a 71% chance to win. I like Oregon's defense, obviously, over Oregon's, but it's fairly close. Look, points per game. Oklahoma's only a touchdown over. It's a 7-point spread. Both are at 25 points allowed per game at 25. Man, for the defenses, you got these teams. Oklahoma losing to Oklahoma State kept them out of the playoff, kept them out of the Big 12 title game. And I guess Oregon made the Pac-12 title. And they could have won. They still were not going. They would have finished, 11-2? But they lost the game. They finished 10-3. I think both of these teams, especially Oklahoma, disappointed this year. But Dan Lanning coming in from Georgia to take over for Mario Cristobal at Oregon is going to be interesting. You got Brent Venables, just finished up his career at Clemson tonight as the defensive coordinator. He's going to take over soon. But Bob Stoops, former OU coach, is taking over interim coach for this game here as Lincoln Riley has left the Sooners. That's right. Did he leave them too soon, though? I know it's too late to kind of talk about all that. I don't know. But, he went to USC. I think he could do great things at USC, but, man, Oklahoma letting him go like that, I really think it's going to bite him in the butt in ways. I really don't know. But, I mean, think about it, though. You get a guy like Brent Venables, had some killer defenses at Clemson. Does he bring defense to the Big 12 finally? Is this, we keep hearing about, Oklahoma's finally going to get it this year. They're going to get it figured out on defense. They might actually get it figured out now, but again, we'll see. Time will tell. We'll find out. So a couple minutes away from this game. It's supposed to start at 8:15 Central. Capital One Bowl Mania, and everybody is talking. 8:17 on Hulu. Oh, come on. All right. Kickoff's at 9:20 Eastern, 8:20 my time, so 5 minutes until kickoff. Give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Unblock my other account with Bryce Young pick. Just mod that instead of this one. I'll keep them both modded for you, Crimson. I don't care. Is it just titled Crimson Braid? Was it the one with Devontae Smith? But I guess you changed it to Bryce. Let me know. I'll get you unblocked. All right. Got a new Bama Cup for Christmas. What's up, College Football Talk? I see you in there, buddy. Good to see you. Come on. Yeah. Oh, man. Got this new Bama Cup for Christmas here. Let me show this to y'all 1 second. Got that. Yeah. I like it. It's nice. It's not as big as the other one, but I had that one for quite some time. So I don't need a new one anyway. Why not? Anyway, just gonna relax here. But let's watch this ball game. I think it'll be a good one. I really do. But I think we still got maybe a couple minutes till kickoff time. Unless no. Well, yeah. It just said like 3 minutes. Bob Stoops is there.
Same excitement. Can't wait for the game to start. It's the best. This is a one-shot deal for you. How do you plan on coaching this game?
So go ahead and drop your score predictions in the comments. Would love to hear from you guys who you think is going to win, who you want to win. I really don't have much of one, although I will say that I do think it's going to be a good one. When you look at these teams too, man, they got some history. They've met only 7 times. Oklahoma is 6-1 in 7 games. They have not tied. They first met back in 1958 in Norman. The Sooners won 6-0, and they have not met since 2006 in Eugene when the Ducks won. They were ranked number 18 against number 15, Oklahoma, and they won by blocking a Oklahoma field goal attempt from 44 yards, and they won the game by 1 at 34-33. Some other key notes: Isaiah Thomas, who transferred from Clemson, I think it was this offseason, he has opted out or quit, whatever term you want to use. He is out of this game. Perrion Winfrey opted out, for this game. As far as Oregon players, I haven't heard anything, but I have heard that 2 key defensive players for Oklahoma have opted out of this game. I think it's going to hurt them too. I really do, because, they don't really have much depth there. But they also – it's crazy. They don't have much depth, and they're losing 2 of their key guys. All eyes on Bob Stoops. What's he going to do? Does it really matter? He was a famous coach. They hired him as the interim coach for this game. Brent Venables is still taking over. But you got to give props. I think Caleb Williams, too, by the way, is going to face his first true test against a really good defense in Kayvon Thibodeau for Oregon. I think it's going to be pretty good. And it looks like we are about to get this started. Kick is away. And it will bounce in the end zone for a touchback as it bounces the 5. So Oklahoma's going to get it to start. Camden Lewis kicked it off for Oregon, by the way. What's up, Traveling Fools? Give some shout-outs. What's up, Crimson? College Football Talk. Kevin Davis, good to see you in here. Jacob, my good man, what's up, buddy? I love y'all. Appreciate you. Y'all hit that thumbs up. And by the way, I love hearing score predictions. What do you guys have for this game? I want to hear it. I think it'll be good. Oh, let me get this. Got the Alamo Dome in the background. I always like to get it set for wherever the game is being played. Got the scoreboard here. Let's put it on the clock. First play here from scrimmage. Caleb Williams in shotgun. Takes a snap. Going to fake a handoff. Pressure. Throws the ball away. Has to elude traffic. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 10 there. Good decision-making to just get rid of it there. Guys in his face. He's going to face that a lot tonight too. And I would say that the offensive line for Oklahoma hasn't been as strong as it has been in recent years. Here's a pitch now. Going to be a gain of a couple. That was Gray who got that one for Oklahoma. Eric Gray, who's got 330 yards on the season and rushing. And that's going to bring up 3rd. I'm probably a little bit behind because I know Hulu can be slow. So if I'm a bit behind for you guys, just don't worry about it. I'm just going to watch this. Caleb Williams now 3rd and 8. Throws it complete, but I don't think he got the first down there. Hit hard by number 33 for Oregon on the defensive side of the ball there. Jeffrey Bassa, the safety, came in and hit him. So overall, Oregon's having an amazing defensive start to this game here. Here's a punt, partially blocked, it looked like, as it just kind of falls to the ground, but it will bounce. And it looks like it'll get out around the 17. So 13:33 left in the first here. Oklahoma goes 3 and out. Oregon brings some good pressure. Not the start you wanted for Oklahoma, but for Oregon, man, they got off to that great, defensive start like they have all year. And, it's going to be interesting to see what they want to do going forward. And you got to think Dan Lanning coming in to replace Coach Cristobal from Georgia. I think it's definitely gonna. I mean, it sucks that you lose a guy like Cristobal, but you got to think, man, maybe Dan Lanning has something after some good experience under Kirby. Trey Dye got it in the flat there. 13, 17 and counting. 2nd and 4, handoff. Breaks a tackle. Off in space. And he's taken out of bounds just around midfield there. An amazing pickup to move the sticks and pick up the first down was Travis Dye, the junior from Norco, California. He's 5'10", 190, number 26. Incredible start here for Oregon. Very impressive. But if you're Oklahoma, you can't let that happen. You can't give up big plays here early. Low snap here for Brown. Good protection. Throws across the middle. It's tipped up. It's intercepted. Going back the other way for Oklahoma and finally take it down around the 45-yard line. Wow. Deontay Thornton with the pick for Oklahoma. Wow. That was incredible. Good awareness to get the ball. And if you're Oklahoma, you got to be happy to get that back after a 3 and out. Got to be. The one with Bryce in the profile is my main. Okay. That was incredible. That's the start. That's the start they needed. Justin Broyles was the defensive back to get it. Number 25. I don't know who I said before. I apologize. He's from Oklahoma City. He's a senior back. No score yet here in the first. Defensive game here. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't really do a preview for this game. I probably could have. I don't think I did a preview for it. But if you would have asked me, I thought maybe a shootout or maybe something like that. But, I don't know. I'll tell you what, like I said before at the beginning, with Brent Venables coming in, and even though Bob Stoops is coaching tonight, you look at Venables coming in next year to start, and what he's done with the defense at Clemson, you imagine what he could do probably recruiting-wise to help on the defensive side for Oklahoma. And it hasn't even been a lack of talent, but think about it. Every year we hear how it's just going to improve and it's going to be that good of a defense for Lincoln Riley and the Sooners. Have yet to actually see that. I mean, I've bought into it. I'm done doing that until I heard that Brent Venables was coming. I really think he could do something there. It'll be interesting. Anyone already got some New Year's resolutions? Feel free to share them if you want. I don't care. I never really come up with any. I just kind of I don't know. Grow closer to Jesus. That's all I can say. What's up, Jerry? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you in here, man. Hope you had a good Christmas. Hope everyone has a good New Year. This is a good game so far here. It's still scoreless. A pick by Oklahoma, and Justin Broyles intercepted Anthony Brown. He was 2 of 3 on the drive for 9 yards and a pick. Not too bad of a start if you don't throw the interception, but at the same time, it's like, come on. So a lot of defense in this game. I mean, Caleb Williams was only 1 of 2 for 2 yards. Eric Gray got a carry for Oklahoma on the offensive drive to start the game for only 2 yards. So not a lot going on. I mean, Troy Dye is the biggest guy so far to have a big play, a carry of 23. What's up, Trenches? How you doing, brother? Good to see you in here, man. Happy holidays. 12:20 and counting. We get back to this action. I missed the first down play. I apologize. It brings up 2nd and 8 here. Oklahoma with the ball at their own 48. There is a penalty flag. False start on 56 of Oklahoma. Looks like a man jumped there. So they're going to call Murray. On the offensive line is Chris Murray, a senior from California. I've been looking forward to this game. Trenches says, hope you had a good Christmas. I did, man. It went pretty well. Had to work Christmas Eve, but other than that, it was all right. And I only had to work like a small morning shift anyway, so it wasn't nothing major. 11:27 and counting. Caleb Williams getting his guys ready. The freshman quarterback, by the way, took over for Spencer Rattler halfway through this season, and he's just kind of giving Oklahoma the spark that they need. The 3rd and 9 coming up here from the 46. Takes the snap. Pressured. Breaks a tackle there. Finds some room. Just powers forward. Going to be shy of the first down. But credit there for Caleb Williams just finding some open space in the field and just being able to pick up some good yardage there. 4th and 2, what do you do here? And it looks like they're going to stay out there. Neither of the teams have scored yet. They're 64th or 64 4th down conversion percentage, or about 28th in the FBS on that. Oregon going to call a timeout here. It looks like they will go to commercial break. So far, this game is pretty interesting. What's up, Nate? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. It's commercial break. Where did I put it? Get a sip of water or whatever. This is ridiculous. Oh. Whew. I tell you what the hell. There's still commercial break here. Talking about Smile Direct Club. Now it's Allstate. Not anybody really cares. I mean, oh man. Again, I wish everyone a happy new year, and again, I hope 2021 was a good year for y'all. I'd say it was for me overall. Some ups and downs, car wreck, whatever, but God's helped me through it, and plenty great things ahead. I believe that. So. Was waiting for DJ to shovel off a pick six in this Clemson game. Dude's horrible. Yeah. Look, I really don't know, man. I think Dabo's given up. I think Clemson as a whole has given up. And they just don't have anybody worth anything right there. I mean, they've – and I hate to throw the players under the bus, but sometimes, man, I'm done. They're not that talented. They're not that good. Really not. 2022 going to be better. Hey, man, God's will be done always. I hope so. Jerry, what's up, buddy? How long have I been in Alabama now? Let's see, March 5th. 9.5 months, almost 10 months. It's crazy, man. Time flies, I'm telling you. Back to the action. 10:31 on the clock, 4th and 2, and Oklahoma with the gamble here, going to go for it. Throws it, got it complete, broke a tackle, and he's up close to the 35, just past the 40. That was Hall, number 27, who got it in space and helped move the sticks. Jeremiah Hall, the tight end. Second and 7, 9:56 and counting here. Again, this is the Valero Alamo Bowl. I'm just saying that 10 times fast. It sucks, man. I'm telling you. 9:44 and counting. Second and 7, 18 on the play clock. Williams in shotgun. Man in motion. Sideways snap there. Has to reach out for it. Gets it to his running back, but he's held up and not going to go anywhere. Guys in there for Oregon holding him up. Kayvon Thibodeau, Braden Swinson, to name a few. Third and 6. Got it to Kennedy Brooks, and he's tripped up, but it's enough for the marker to get the first down. Oregon's pretty consistent in this game defensively. It's a bunch of zone. But Caleb Williams still on a roll, 5 of 6 for 24 yards so far. No score in this game yet. Kennedy Brooks has it. Kennedy Brooks running, tripped up, carries it past the marker up near the 15. Setting them up in great field position to potentially score here. Eight-play drive so far. 38 yards, over 4 minutes here. 3 wideouts to the bottom of the screen. They hand it off to Brooks again. Got some blockers, got some room. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Sooners. Touchdown, Oklahoma, and Kennedy Brooks gets the first score of the game, 16 yards. Amazing offensive line effort there. Just open space for him, got the corner, a safety or two there that could have got him, but he just kind of shook him off and said, nah, I'll just keep going to the end zone. Incredible, man. Incredible. Here's the PAT with 7:57 left in the first. The snap, the hold, the kick is on the way. It's no good. Oh, he hooked it. Barely. So it does remain 6-0 Sooners. PAT failed. Just barely outside the crossbar. But Oklahoma on the board early. Whew.
95. What? No. You look young. You look young for however old you are. Geico. Saving people money for 85 years. Look. This is the move right here. Boom. Boom. I was dying. I asked my parents, my bag of chips. And this like that. Why? Is he saying this? You're the chip guy. How do you want me to share? I think we have different definitions of sharing. Maybe.
So let me double check the comments. See what we got. I think I saw Trenches in here. Crimson, Jerry. Hey, Chess Hall, my man. What's up, buddy? Love you, bro. I love all you guys. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Let's keep growing this channel. Been working really hard. Let's get to 500. I wanted to hit it by the end of the year, but I don't know. I'm done with deadlines for this stuff. Let's just keep growing it. So, are they doing Amped Up tonight? Or anyway. Damn. 26 people watching. Ugh. So Oklahoma, again, they missed the PAT, but they're off to a better start than Oregon is. You know, I think they got a pick, they got a turnover, they go down, they score, they get it taken care of. And ultimately, man, you know, that's the start. For Oregon, that's not the start you wanted. For Oklahoma, that's what you wanted, definitely. Just get on the board here early. But you got to be careful. I mean, Oklahoma, their defense has looked better than it. I mean, like we always hype it up, right? But it's so crazy. Just every offseason, it's like this is the year. It's going to be great. It's going to be one of the best. It's going to be they're going to get it together, and they don't. But like I mentioned, Brent Venables coming in to be the head coach next year. You imagine everything he's done for the defenses at Clemson, man. He's bringing that blueprint in his mind to Norman. It's going to be incredible to watch, I think. Here's the return, Oregon, and they get it just shy of the 30. So around the 30-yard lines where they spot it for Oregon on the return there. That was Chris Hudson, a freshman in California, on the return. So Anthony Brown and company out there, 7:50 on the clock here in the Alamo Bowl in the first quarter. See if they can answer what Oklahoma did. Here's the snap. It's kind of low. Anthony Brown gets it, throws over the middle. It's tipped. It's incomplete. Tried to hold on to it there to actually get the completion, but it failed for Franklin, number 11. Anthony Brown just kind of getting it out there kind of fast, and that's what he's done all year, and it's paid off at times. But, man, I feel like the one thing about Anthony Brown is I feel like he's just a little too trigger happy with it. He's just kind of too quick. He doesn't give it enough time for his receivers. Because, I mean, but it's cool that he can throw it that fast and that hard, but you gotta slow it down just a bit, give him some time. Gregory Adkins, other channels are showing the game. Turn this one off. How about no? How about I don't and I block you for that comment? Why turn off the best of them? Why would you do that? Here's the snap. Anthony Brown throwing to the sideline. It's caught. The inbounds. It looks like it. was a good job there, man. And again, they're quick to get Anthony Brown the football, and he's quick to get it out of his hands. He's good size. The snap, here's a handoff to Dye, the running back, and he's going to get it maybe about 2 or 3 on the carry. Not too much, but it does get the ball a little closer, just past the 45. 6.5 left to play in the first, 2nd and 6. Here's the snap. Brown going to keep it. Oh, gets it to about the 40, not close, not too close to the marker. Wrapped up there in some Oklahoma traffic. Six minutes and counting here in the first, going by pretty fast. Haven't even been on here 45 minutes. Man in motion now for Oregon is number 88. Here's a handoff to Dye. He's going. He moves the chains there to pick up the first. Very fast, reliable running back there for Troy Dye. He's incredible to watch. I've enjoyed watching him this season. He's got a bright future. I think he could be a feature back in the NFL someday. Travis Dye, I'm sorry. Not Troy Dye. I think, is that his brother, though? Wasn't it Troy Dye? I don't know. But Travis Dye. 2nd and 2, 5:17 and counting. Here's the ball at the 25. Anthony Brown would Dye to his right. Dye in motion. Try to throw it to his receiver. It's incomplete there. He tried to get it to number 88, the receiving weapon there. That was Isaiah Crocker, number 88. 5:05 on the clock after the incompletion, 3rd and 2. Here's a handoff to Dye. Dye going up the middle, spin move, breaks tackles, carrying the man, and not quite to the end zone, but he gets to around the 4-yard line. Great player for Oregon. He will be a key factor tonight, and he has in so many ways so far here in this first quarter. Set him up in perfect position to score. Travis Dye, they're saying the 5th player in program history to eclipse and get close to 3,000 rushing yards. 4:32 and counting. Handoff, Dye again. There is a flag with 4:27 or 4:28 on the clock. They're saying it was Ferguson on the line, Terrence Ferguson, number 19, on the offensive line for Oregon, saying he moved on a false start. .420 and counting, a 10-play drive so far, 63 yards, just over 3 minutes and 40 seconds for Oregon. It's 1st and goal now. This first quarter going by pretty quick. Oklahoma's going to rush 4. Moving them quite a bit, but a timeout looks like it's taken. The 2nd timeout here already for Oregon. Oh, this crowd getting loud here. A lot of Oregon folks. A lot of Oklahoma fans. 4:03 on the clock. 1st and goal here for Oregon. Anthony Brown in shotgun with Dye to his left. Hands it to Dye. Dye is going to be wrapped up and tackled there. LaRon Stokes, the big man, number 96 for the Sooners, got him there for a loss. 3:45 and counting. 2nd and goal. Dye goes in the slot. Anthony Brown, he's pressured and he's sacked and taken down. Stripling got him. The linebacker for Oklahoma, number 33, brought the heat, got his jersey, pulled him down. Guys on top of him like Perion Winfrey. 3 minutes and counting here. Now 3rd and goal. Now this defense picking up for Oklahoma. They're not letting Oregon have any of this. Let's see if they can respond here. 3rd and goal. 6-0 Oklahoma, by the way. 2:44 and counting. Here's the snap. Goes out. Gets it to his man. He's going to be pushed out of bounds around the 2-yard line unless maybe it's possible he stepped out before. But Hudson with a good catch. It's not going to be enough to get to the goal. Chris Hudson with the catch there. 2:26 and counting. 4th and goal. They're going to go for a field goal here for Oregon. Camden Lewis is out there. He's got 22 of 33, 66 field goal percentage on the year. The snap, the spot, the kick is up and good to make it a 3-point game. 6-3 Oklahoma, but Oregon gets on the board here with 1:57 left in the first quarter. Not bad. There you go. Whew. Take a breather there. This is why I don't think I could be a play-by-play announcer because, I mean, these guys are continuously talking, and I say so much. Oh, my gosh. I'm just going to stick to being a fine bomb and just have my own show. That's what I want anyway. But I do love football enough to where I will react and talk about these games with you. I try really hard to do the play-by-play, though. So the kickoff for the Sooners, or to the Sooners from the Ducks, is away and off the tee. This will be a touchback.
Oklahoma goes back to the run game here. They had a tremendous amount of success in that previous drive, the touchdown drive, with Kennedy Brooks stopping it off.
1st and 10. Williams takes a snap down the middle, gives it to Brooks. Gets it in the flat to his man is number 8. is Michael Woods II from Magnolia, Texas, a senior. And he'll pick up a few yards there. 4-yard gain. What's up, Jeff? Roll Tide, buddy. Good to see you. 1 of 3 on third downs for Oklahoma. 1:04 left in the first quarter. 3rd and 3. Man lined up. Fakes a handoff. Pressured. Can they get to Williams? He's going to point, and he's just going to chuck it at the ground. They're going to go ahead and call this intentional grounding here. They're calling offside. Where's the intentional grounding call there? What the? He did not. He chucked it at the ground. I mean, I'm just. Anyway. I didn't know that if you left the field like that. Anyway. Here's a handoff. Gray, Eric Gray. Little spin move. Hard hit there. He gets a gain of a couple. And that'll take it to the end of the first. 6-3. Oklahoma up. Get ready for quarter 2. Fast first quarter here. 6-3 Oklahoma. A lot of defense in this game. Not what I was expecting, honestly.
San Antonio. Plan your trip now at visitsanantonio.com.
Well, I'll tell you something I did. Ready? Something bad. It runs downhill. Father to son, father to daughter.
Booked a sunny Burbank ski chalet with endless views of snow-covered peaks. A stove that inspires magnificent hot cocoa. Perfect ski in, ski out. But the thing I'll remember.
What's up,
Grandpa coming out of her
Antoine Martel? I hope I didn't butcher your name. I apologize if I did. Good to see you in here. First time seeing you around here. Welcome. Love and appreciate all you guys on here in this amazing BSM community. And appreciate y'all for 2 amazing years on here. It means a lot. Here's to many more. And
My whole life is on this phone, so there you because I get it all costs. How about at no cost? With AT&T Active Armor, you get 24/7 network security and no extra charge. Because your security is our priority. Great, I'll take it.
J75 in progress.
Is J75 code for nice, helpful?
It's not complicated. AT&T 5G is fast, reliable, and secure with 24/7 proactive network security by AT&T Active Armor.
New players, new coaches. It'll be must-see TV. Welcome
I got to work all day on Friday. So, I mean, I'll get home in time to maybe catch what's left of Georgia and Michigan, but I don't know, man. This will be. This is clearly going to be the best playoff that we've had. I guess since the playoffs began. I mean, you got Georgia, Michigan, you got Cincinnati and Bama. I'm excited for it. You just don't know you don't know the outcomes. Am I worried about Cincinnati more than anything? Yeah, they're amazing. I'm worried about Alabama too. I mean, I'm worried, which Alabama's going to show up is the question. But we'll see. All right, back to the action. Sooner ball, quarter number 2. Got to hand it off early here in the second quarter to Hall. He's only going to get maybe one.
Getting it done on the ground. Oregon averaging about 7.5 yards a carry, and then Oklahoma just
Or one. He moved the sticks. I apologize. Got the first. Throws over the middle. Goes up high. Helmet came off. Mario Williams, my hometown fella from Plant City. Uh-oh. His helmet came off. Where's the flag on this, though? What do you do here? Wait, what? I've never heard that in my life. Hold on. Okay. So it was a face mask on number 28 of Oregon. I did not know this. If the helmet comes off of a player, and it's such a rarity, the helmet came off of Mario Williams. But, dude, I guess if the helmet comes off, you cannot advance on the field. That man took off and kept going. Oh, my gosh. That man took it. What's up, Nate? One of Michigan safeties got COVID. Daxton Hill, that's like your best safety, isn't it? That's a big-time player, man. You can't lose him. I don't wish this COVID with this new variant or anybody. As Williams is going, and he's going to slide out of bounds. This new variant going on in COVID and everything, man, that's what you worry about with these playoffs in 2 days. I mean, it looks like we're still playing, but you don't wish it on anybody, of course. Holding call on 54 of Oklahoma on the O-line here was Marquise Hayes. Staying back in Ann Arbor. Okay, so he's not even traveling. He's not even going to Miami with the team to go play Georgia then, Nate. Daxton Hill is going to stay in Ann Arbor. He's not even traveling. Ball at the 24 in Oregon territory. 2 wideouts to the top, 1 at the bottom. 14-11, 1st and 16. Going deep. Incompletion. Great coverage there. Drake Stoops from Norman. Is he Bob Stoops' kid? Drake Stoops? Anyway, he was the guy in coverage there, the intended receiver for Williams. Was going to bring up 2nd and 16 after the incompletion. 14:05 left in the half. It's crazy the new variant is weaker. That's what I've heard, Jerry. Got good safeties or they're not Dax Hill. Yeah, that's true. And some of them are inexperienced, aren't they? Don't you have a couple young guys behind them? 13:41 and counting till halftime, 20 on the play clock, 3rd and 15. Shotgun formation for Williams. 3 men to his right. Pressure, escapes it, throws it. It's going to be out of bounds, incomplete. Tried to get it to Gray there. Number 0, the running back, Eric Gray, who, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's a Tennessee transfer. One of the many Tennessee volunteers to enter the portal this offseason. I think ended up going to Oklahoma. 4th and 15 here. They're going to send the field goal unit out to make it a 6-point game. This from 40 yards. Gabe Brekick, 82% on the year. His longest is 56. This is 40. The spot, the snap, kick is down and up, and it's good. 9-3 here with 13:15 in the half. And Oklahoma makes it a 6-point game. And the Thunder rolls. This is some game, man. Not what I expected. A lot of defense, even from Oklahoma's side of things. What y'all think about this? And yeah, I'll let you guys on at halftime too. I'll try. 24 people watching. I love and appreciate all of you. Y'all are good people. I love you. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Let's keep growing this channel, this amazing community. Means a lot. Don't forget my good friend TikTok Chess Hall going live tonight at 10:15 Central, 11:15 Eastern for his Amped Up World Tour. I guess he's starting his own Amped Up or whatever he's doing. I don't know. But he's going live.
In golf?
No, just on YouTube. But thanks for showing up tonight, Coach Saban. Get her. DJ Turner doesn't play. I think I've heard of DJ Turner. He's a highly recruited player. Is he not? He doesn't play safety. Does he play like corner or something? I know I've heard that name. I know a Dallas Turner for Alabama, but DJ Turner, I know I've heard that. That is true. They don't have Kayvon Thibodeau tonight. He's the top edge rusher in the draft. Nate talking about DJ Turner, plays corner. Okay. So he's secondary player. But yeah, Oregon, again, not having Kayvon Thibodeau tonight is a key loss. I mean, he was the top recruit in the class of, what was it, 19 or 20? Or no, maybe it was 2018. A few years ago, had offers from Georgia, Michigan, Bama. I mean, every team you could think of. He chooses Oregon, and he's a star player. I think he's got a bright future in the NFL. But not having him in this bowl game tonight, you know, you kind of feel for him, man. I mean, I'm sure he wants to be out there playing. We've reached an hour on the stream. We get back to this game here. Kickoff after the score for Oklahoma is in the end zone. It's going to be returned. Going to bring it out. They'll get it to about the 22, just past the 20. Number 14 on the return for Oregon is Chris Hudson. Saw a little bit of him tonight. I think he was the return man earlier in the game. Thibodeau is more like Chase Young, but a 2.0 version. Honestly, that's a really good assessment, Nate. I could agree with you on that one. I mean, he's very physical. He's strong. He's fast. He's a hard-hitting, just edge blocker or rusher, I should say. He's good, man. Speaking of, Good stop there by the defense of OU. Downs, number 40, made the stop. They'll take him down. So, Josh Klein, an Ohio State fan. Well, welcome, man. Hey, all college football fans here. 239 Sports, what's going on? Who you got in Georgia and Michigan? I got Michigan winning that one. I was going to go Georgia, but here's my assessment on that, man, is that I just, as good as Georgia's defense is, I do think Michigan can still put some points up. And I just look at Georgia's offense, and I just don't think that they have enough offensively. Even if they only give up, let's say, less than 30 points to Michigan, I still would give the advantage in scoring to the Wolverines. So that's my assessment there. And it looks like Deshaun White from North Richland Hills, Texas, a senior, got hurt on this play here. He's walking, but he's walking to the sideline. It looks like he got a little tripped up. They're going to rush 4 here for Oklahoma, 2nd and 9, 12:50 to go in the half. Brown, pressure, throws it at the ground. It's going to be incomplete. That would have been a good catch. He had a guy covering him, was number 5 for Oklahoma on the defense. There is Bowman. Not to be confused with our boy Jordan Bowman out here in this community. Billy Bowman from Denton, Texas, is a freshman. He's 5'10", 188. It's a good size. Good coverage there by the corner. Crocker could not quite come up with that one as Brown throws another incompletion. 4th down. Time to punt. It's 4th and 9. Ugh. What about Bama and Cincinnati? I'm an Alabama fan, and I don't pick them out of bias. I mean, I think everybody's picking Alabama, but I think that Cincinnati might give them a little bit more of a game than a lot of people expect. I really don't see Bama like outright beating them and blowing them out, but I think it's one of those where they put the nail in the coffin late in the 4th quarter with an extra touchdown or maybe a field goal. But I don't think they win by more than maybe 17 points, in my opinion, over Cincinnati. I think I said like 40-28 overall. And my final score prediction for that game, let me do the math there. That's 12 points. That's a 12-point deficit. I really don't see them winning by more than 2 touchdowns. Maybe I'd set the max 17 points. There's like 2 touchdowns and a field goal. So, but a 12-point victory like that could be something. 239 Sports says he's a Georgia fan. We got plenty of those, man. I'm assuming your profile picture here is Nick Chubb, and you're also a Browns fan. We got plenty of Georgia fans here. Go check out TikTok Chess Hall, Between the Trenches, and my good friend Brian. We call him Ugga Boy. They're great people here, man. Stick around. You'll get to meet some of them. I'm telling you. In fact, I'll at least drop one of them. We got Big Dog Brett is live. Go check out Big Dog Brett. He's a good man. Oh, an Eagles fan. Okay. There you go. The Eagles aren't doing too bad. I think didn't they get a wild card spot with Jalen? I'm pulling for Jalen, of course, as an Alabama fan. He was really good for us, and as much as I love what Tua did, it was one of those where I wanted to see Tua start, but the fact that it meant Jalen had to be on the bench just kind of sucked. I mean, honestly, I just don't think Jalen should have been benched. I mean, I get starting Tua, and you got to pick somebody, but you know, He says he's a fan of Philly. Yep, there you go, buddy. Yeah. Fly, Eagles, fly. Woo! Fly, Eagles, fly. Ow. Ryan DYC or Rye and YC. I don't know. However you say it. Peach Bowl predictions. MSU and Pitt. Oh gosh, I love Kenny Pickett. First off, is Kenny Pickett playing? Because I thought I saw where like him and didn't Ken Walker opt out of that? I don't even know who the opt-outs are because that'll make a big difference in this game. I mean, if Kenny Pickett was quarterback and they had Kenneth Walker for Michigan State, gosh, I don't know how. I love Pitt's defense, but man, Kenneth Walker is a hard to stop kind of back. Oh. Do I think Georgia is overlooking Michigan and focusing on Bama more? It's possible. Knowing Kirby, it's possible. But you'd think he'd learn by now. I don't know. Or maybe he's focused on Cincinnati like, now we got to beat them harder this time. I don't know. I'm going to get back to this game here. It looks like a big run there by Kennedy Brooks to set him up in scoring position. They give it to Brooks again, and he'll take it to about the 4-yard line there. 11:50 and counting. It's still 9-3, second and goal for the Sooners. I'll drop the link and let you guys on at halftime. So he's got 8 rushes tonight so far. Kennedy Brooks does. 82 yards and a touchdown. Incredible. 11-19 and counting, second and goal. Here's the snap. Williams hands it off. No, he keeps it. It's a fake handoff. He's going to keep it and go down. He's not going to get anywhere, not even back to the line of scrimmage. About the 6-yard line is where I think they'll mark him. It was I think it was a good idea, wrong execution there. Just could have read the defense a little better if you're Williams. Could have had a little bit of blocking help up front, just a little bit more. Third and goal here. It's 9-3 Sooners. The snap to Williams. Pressure. Throws to the end zone. Goes up. Caught. Touchdown Sooners. It is Drake Stoops, son of Bob Stoops. Drake Stoops goes up airborne to get that play. Woo! Oh, you're actually going to the game? That's awesome, man. I hope you enjoy it. Get the PAT. He made this one. It's up and good. So Oklahoma extends the lead now to 13. A 2-possession, 2-touchdown game. Who do you think the Sooners quarterback should be, Spencer Rattler or Caleb? Well, first off, it is Caleb. I think that's who they should stick with. But Spencer Rattler has transferred out. Not yet, Jerry. Not yet. Just saying. 10:29 on the clock. 16-3. Here's the kickoff. Got a bounce. No. Take it at the 2. Great speed. Oh, hard hit there in the back there. About the 30. He's fine, though, it looks like. It'll set up shop. 1st and 10 for the Ducks. Yes, Spencer Rattler, actually, he ended up going to South Carolina with Shane Beamer. I couldn't make that up if I wanted to. Here's a play to die there in the flat. Travis Dye, the running back there. 2nd and 1 now. 10 minutes left in the half. Shotgun formation for Brown. Handoff to Dye. Good blocking, and he's going to move the sticks, pick up the first, get a gain of about 5 yards. They're moving the ball well. They got to answer, though. Oregon has got to answer because their defense has stalled out the last drive or so against the Sooners offense. Can Oregon do something here? Anthony Brown is going to spin and fall and tripped up on his own. Stokes, number 96 for Oklahoma, been a key defensive player tonight for him. Was there to help tackle. LaRon Stokes, the senior from Tulsa. .902 and counting, 3rd down and 9. Play some zone coverage here for the defense. Throws over the middle, complete, broken tackle. Oh, tripped up at exactly midfield there, but a good play to get some yardage for the Ducks. That was Seven McGee, number 0 from Rochester, New York, the freshman running back, 5'9", 181. Very fast, good hands. Seems like he can break some good tackles, too. He might be a key factor for Dan Lanning and the Ducks in this program going forward. Anthony Brown launching deep, overthrown, and incomplete. But Franklin didn't even try. What? Dude. I mean, it bounced right behind him, but he knew it was coming for him. Oregon would have had something there for sure. This one caught, and he's going to be taken down for a loss at midfield. Number 14 for Oregon there. Caught it. Is Chris Hudson. Troy Franklin on that last one. Man, if he just puts his hands out, it falls in his hands and they get a touchdown. The fact he knew the ball was, he saw the ball. He didn't even try. Jerry Wells says, Valero, are any of the Bama assistants leaving this year? Not as far as I know, nobody's leaving. Fourth down now.
About 7. That qualifies as 4th and long. Must play defense. What about a fake punt here? I don't think so. I think he's going to punt it away, try to pin Oklahoma inside the 10. Win again. Steve pops it in the air, and this does bounce and check up, and right around the 10-yard line is where Oklahoma will have it. It's a 30-yard punt and no return. The Sooners have a long field here in San Antonio. 16-3.
Can I ask you a question? Am I out of focus? Yeah, they're all blurry.
Rest in peace, by the way, to the legendary John Madden.
I must focus.
Definitely, as NFL fans and football fans in general, lost a great voice this week.
Focus.
It sucks.
Now you're blurry and I'm sharp.
And he was amazing.
Guess that makes it more important again. Where did you learn to slide like that? I know where.
Have pepperoni pizza?
Half Italian cheese sticks.
This is more about the pizza.
No, it's more about the cheese sticks. Pizza sticks.
Walk in and walk out or Little Caesars with hot and ready slices of 6 for $4 to 8 p.m. Pizza.
Farmers Auto multi-policy discounts. The more policies you have with us, the more you can save on your auto insurance.
Hey,
Like what? Well, you get a discount for insurance.
85, yeah, man. He lived a good life, man. I wish, man, there's so many games. Like, I know about history from the past of college football or NFL, but it's those, like, gosh, you just wish that because I just turned 20. So I was born in 01. So anything before that, I had to research. You know what I mean? And God, I just wish I could have been there to hear it, like in person when it was actually going on. So, I mean, yeah, it sucks. I've heard his calls, though. He was amazing. A good voice. Man.
What is this? Big Brain Academy. Brain versus brain. Rated E for
Ugh. Penn State, Arkansas. I should preview that one. That could be interesting. 6:20 left in the half. 1st and 10 Sooners. 16-3 the score, and they lead. Fakes the handoff. Williams, the freshman quarterback, going to throw out. Complete and carrying himself for the first down marker. Continues with the first down there. He was wide open. He made the catch, and he just kind of pushed forward. It's a fighting receiver right there, number 14. See, I couldn't see who that was. Jalil Farouk is a freshman from Laneham, Maryland. 2nd and 1, 5:44 left in the half. 109 rushing yards, 7.3 on average per carry for the Sooners. And add a little bit more to that. Here's a flag, though, that's coming in after what looked like a good pickup for Marcus Major, number 24, the sophomore from Oklahoma City. Who do you think's going number 1 overall in the draft? I'll tell you what, I don't think it's going to be a quarterback. And preseason, I would have said Kayvon Thibodeau, but Aiden Hutchinson's looked really good. I really don't think it's going to be a quarterback number 1 overall. I think you see some top 5, top 10 for sure. But man, it seems like the Jaguars might have the number 1 pick. They're not getting rid of Trevor Lawrence for sure. But man, if they work on anything, what about Aiden Hutchinson? Would you work on building your defense and take the Michigan guy? It's possible. Don't forget the semifinals start 3:30 Eastern with the Cotton Bowl on Friday on New Year's Eve, and then at 7:30 Eastern, Michigan, Georgia, and the Orange Bowl. Again, the Cotton Bowl, Alabama and Cincinnati. Roll Tide, let's go. Let's go bring another championship to Tuscaloosa. 5:11 on the clock here, 3rd and 8. 3 of 6 on 3rd down tonight, the Sooners are. The snap, Williams, good protection. Throws a dart over the middle, and it's complete. They do move the sticks there. Hit hard. That was number 8 for Oklahoma. Michael Woods, the second from Magnolia, Texas. He's a senior receiver. He's got good hands, and he's a fighter. 4:46 and counting. 20 on the play clock here. Williams claps his hands. Gray, handoff. Moves the sticks, keeps it a 1st down. The next bowl up is the Duke's Mayonnaise Bowl. North Carolina, South Carolina. Tennessee, Purdue will be good on Thursday. And you got did I see the Peach Bowl is on Thursday as well. 4:12 and counting in the half. 1st and 10. Handoff. Nope. Williams going to fake a handoff. Throws a dart deep downfield. Man, wide open. Touchdown. Boomer Sooner. Touchdown, Oklahoma. 55 yards for Marvin Mims. He's been a key target all year. Wow. Great offensive line protection. Defense made a mistake, though. You let that man get behind you, they're going to hit you in the mouth a bit. Oh, man. Come on. There we go. Buffering just a bit. I'm okay now. This will update. They do get this PAT here, 23-3, a 20-point game here as we inch closer to half. There we go. ESPN's updating it.
I mean, it's not automatic, but I mean, Oklahoma's finding their offensive rhythm and exposing the secondary of Oregon, which I think has been pretty good this year. I mean, it's had its issues up and down at times, but overall, if you're Oklahoma,
got to be happy with a play like that.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T is both new and existing customers are same best deal. Like up to $1,000 off our most popular smartphones.
Oh, that's right. The Lions get number 1. Josh, thank you. Who do I want to win the Rose Bowl? It's a tough one. Who's playing in it again? Remind me. Wasn't it Ohio State and Pac-12? Let me find it. Was it Ohio State and Utah? Not Ohio State. I don't want them to win it. Nobody's pulling for Ohio State unless you're an Ohio State fan. That is fair. I'm pulling for Utah in this one. Unless you have something against Utah so desperately that you have to pull for the Buckeyes, you're not pulling for the Buckeyes. Or if you're a fan. If you're a fan of the Buckeyes, you are pulling for them. So exactly 4 minutes left in the second half. Or second quarter, I'm sorry.
You back to the action, 23-3. Sooners, 4 minutes left in the half. You get the ball back if you're Oregon. You know that your offense has been struggling the past couple drives outside of a field goal. Your defense is now getting a little flustered. Caleb Williams is getting into rhythm. Anthony Brown and company got to put together a drive. And, I mean, you would probably like 3, but I really think that they need to go and actually hit the end zone on this next drive here with 4 minutes left in the half, down 20. Because I really don't think that Oklahoma is going to take their foot off the gas on offense. I think that if they find their rhythm, they're just going to keep firing on all cylinders. Oh.
That's where they had some success. The offensive line started to establish the line of scrimmage. Got to go back and find the running game here. Brown to the sideline, got a first down connection to the 40-yard line to Crocker. Going a little bit, Anthony Brown. But still think, in order to score, move the football with consistency, you're going to have to go back to Travis Dye at some point. Great out of the backfield, as we told you earlier, in the receiving game. Here is Dye on the run, and a big drive for Oregon because the Ducks do get the ball on a halftime. If you're able to put some points up with about 3.5 minutes left here in the first half, then you get it in the second half, and you're able to put points up there. Now you're right back in the game. But first order of business.
So 3:23 and counting, 2nd and 6. Anthony Brown with it, senses the pressure, eludes a tackler, gets the first down, and he's tackled around the 38, around the 40. Not the 38, I'm sorry, because he did cross midfield. Or he was on the other side of it. 304. Handoff. And not really going to get anywhere. Anthony Brown senses the pressure. He's just going to have to throw it out of bounds, bring up 4th down here. Do you take a chance on 4th and 8? I'm sorry, 3rd down, not 4th. I am an Alabama fan, Josh, yes. Have been my whole life. I try to be, as a future sportscaster, I try really hard to just not show favoritism or whatever. I mean, I will call out Alabama. There's a false start on 71 on the O-line. Yeah, I am an Alabama fan through and through till I die. But, I mean, look, I'm not going to sit there and make excuses. And, if we suck, we suck. If we're great, like normal, obviously. I mean, I'm here. But, I don't show favoritism or bias towards it. I mean, I've been pretty critical of them this year. And they've looked good. I know they have, but just there's some things that I see that maybe some others probably don't understand or get, at least in my opinion. 223 and counting after a completion, did not go out of bounds, but did not hit the marker either. It's going to be 4th and 2. Oregon going to gamble with it with 2 minutes to go in the half, down 20. 2:02 counting, 4th and 2, 13 on the play clock. Brown's going to keep it, and he's going to go down immediately. He's sacked. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Deshaun White, the linebacker for Oklahoma, came in and got him. Wow. Oh, man. I'm sorry, that was Marcus Stripling. That was 33, not 23. Still a linebacker. Not what you wanted if you're Oklahoma. Or Oregon, I'm sorry. It's what you wanted if you're Oklahoma. You got them where you want them. You're still up by 20. You have a great play there defensively. Now, if you're Oklahoma, do you go down and try to score? I mean, obviously, you got some time to kill the clock, but do you try to get 3? Do you try to put 7 more on the board just to run the score up before half and make it a little difficult for Anthony Brown in the next 30 minutes of football? That's the question. 153 to work with for Williams, though. Handoff to Gray. And he's going to carry some defenders that will mark him that he didn't move the sticks. 1:37 and counting. Second and 1. Williams, handoff to Gray. Gray going to be stood up, though. That defensive front putting a stop to his run game. Oregon finished 10-3 on the season. Oklahoma finished 10-2. It's a great bowl game here. I'm excited for Michigan and Pittsburgh. Michigan State. Oh. What's up? The great Gabe 722. Let's go Sooners. Hey, they're pulling it out, man. This is good. Josh says he likes my enthusiasm. Thanks, man. I get pretty passionate about football. I'll be honest, though. I mean, it has been a long day for me, and it is late. So, I have some enthusiasm and energy in me, but it's not as much as it would be, like, for an earlier game. Oh, my gosh. Minute 13 and a half, 1st and 10. Williams fakes a clap, gets a real one off here. Going deep, wide open, and it's just going to fall incomplete out of bounds there. Mario Williams, the intended receiver, bring up 2nd and 10. Ugh. Oregon's defense is, I mean, they're finding some adjustments. I think Oregon's going to come out in the second half with some adjustments.
Center Robert Congo opening some things up. You're starting to see it now. This big offensive line of Oklahoma leaning on the D line of Oregon. The holes are just starting to get bigger and bigger. Do it again. Coming inside and back out. Brooks seeking the end zone. He's in. What a night for Kennedy Brooks.
Kennedy Brooks goes in 29 yards.
I mean, unbelievable block by 27, the tight end, Jeremiah Hall. See him just lock on and just drive his guy all the way to the end zone to where he doesn't touch Brooks or even get in the neighborhood. No, he was just the greatest ball block. It's just blocked it all through. Jeremiah Hall has been around a long time. He was recruited by Bob Stoops. Never got a chance.
Oh, Oklahoma, the PAT is good, 30-3 now for the Sooners. They go up big into halftime here. Do you just take a knee and go to the locker room with it if you're Oregon, or do you keep trying at it, man? Because I really think at this point you kind of go to the locker room and get it, just kind of get your guys straight, don't you?
Football. He said he's watched so much tape over the last couple of years. He watched how running backs run, how wide receivers broke their routes, and really worked on his feet in terms of the passing game. And you saw the block there, Andre. Watched a ton of Orlando Brown, who was a legend offensive tackle for the Sooners. So he's a combination of a little bit. You saw him just laying it there. He also claims to have the best podcast in college football. Start listening after see your head block.
31 seconds after that return there.
But I have a thought on 33 in the Valero Alamo Bowl here. We've been here. Yeah, fans, join us virtually for the College Football Playoff All Access Experience, featuring exclusive content, games, and daily prize drops. Register today, ESPN.com/CFB All Access. I believe it was 6 years ago. The score was very similar today.
Great Gabe says he thinks Oklahoma will keep the lead, never look back. I think they play not the best in the first half, come back after making the needed adjustments. Stronger part. Maybe. That's a big possibility. But we'll see. I would not be surprised by that. Do you think that the whole Mario Cristobal and Dan Lanning exchange thing, like, do you think the coaching aspect, I mean, definitely playing a big role for Oregon tonight? This one caught on the sideline incomplete. I guess they call him inbounds. He was complete there, 17 seconds. But I think coaching for Oregon has got to play a key role. I mean, and Oklahoma's dealing with new coach too, but I mean, come on, they're dealing with Bob Stoops tonight. I mean, this guy's been there, done that, knows what he's doing. Ten seconds, throws it complete, gets it to his man. He goes down. 3, 2. I guess they're going to call timeout here. Are they going to try to kick a field goal? They will call timeout.
Well, look, even if Travis died, doesn't touch the ball here, they got to at the interim head coach situation. He was that for Georgia upon Mark Richt's departure back in 2015. The tax slayer,
Brian McClendon
very impressive coach.
was the
Going to be a head coach one.
wide receivers coach and passing game coordinator since last season. He's taken over with Cristobal out. But again, with Dan Lanning coming in.
We'll talk about this some in the second half, but a credit to a number of guys on his staff and a number of guys on the Oklahoma staff who are sticking around. You see a lot of coaches leaving. Yeah. One thing's for sure, you're not going to out-recruit that guy. No way.
3 seconds, final play of the half here. Oregon looking for something big. Pressure. He's going to toss it out to his man in the flat. And that'll do it for the first half. He's going to be taken down around midfield. 30-3 at halftime. I'll drop the link. If anyone wants to join in, feel free to. But give me a minute to step aside, get something to drink. And I will be right back. 30-3 at half. Oklahoma. Be right back, guys. But I'll go ahead and drop the link. So y'all just give me a minute and I'll let you guys on soon. Ugh.
Game on. Let's compare here to there. Compare credit cards to find one that earns cash back on jerseys that fuel the fandom. Compare and find a financial advisor so you can spend less time watching your investments and more time investing in your team. Compare your way there. Find the smartest financial products for you on NerdWallet.
Make fitness routine with Pure Protein. High protein, low sugar. Tastes great. High protein, low sugar. So good.
High protein, low sugar. Birthday cake.
Pure Protein. Find our coupons in Sunday's paper.
Hey, got a great deal at Toyotathon.
Got a great deal at Toyotathon.
Got a great deal at Toyotathon. Yeah.
Got a great deal. Okay, it's the final days of Toyotathon. Time for you to get a great deal.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan or roadside assistance. The value of a Toyota just keeps getting better.
It all ends January 3rd.
Toyota, let's go places. So, you have a wedding and you forgot to get a haircut. Just open the Great Clips online check-in app. Then a few taps, you're in, out, and wow. Pretty much the best looking guy in play. We got this. Great Clips, official hair salon of college football.
Gibbs has given me the control of my hairline. Seeing the Rogers was awesome. Seeing my hair grow extra quick. I feel great. I feel confident. I feel very happy about my journey so far with Keeps and where it's going in the future.
Get started at keeps.com/TV. At Oregon, we don't become enlightened by escaping the world. We get our hands dirty. We chase mysteries and dig up answers. We create for the sake of creating. And make small choices that lead to big change. There's a time to run and a time to take a stand. Given the choice between what's right and what's easy, we choose the world. We choose each other. The University of Oregon.
Welcome to the Smile Direct Club halftime report.
First half, all Oklahoma. Bob Stoops got to feel really good. Galen Williams and Marvin Mims with a big play, 55 yards. Williams, 2 touchdowns. Kennedy Brooks, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Sooners in complete control of 30-3 after 2 quarters against Oregon. Beautiful South Florida night. 71 degrees, according to Joey Galloway. Miami Gardens, Hard Rock Stadium is our backdrop. Site of the Capital One Orange Bowl, Friday night, as we are less than 48 hours away from kickoff of the second semifinal between Georgia and Michigan on ESPN. First game later on, of course, on Friday in the afternoon. And that is the Goodyear Cotton Bowl, featuring Alabama and Cincinnati. Kevin Agani alongside Joey Galloway and Booger McFarland. I mean, Bob Stoops has 190 wins. This looks like the easiest at 191, the way things are rolling so far in the first half.
Yeah, Kennedy Brooks already over 100 yards. You mentioned the 2 touchdowns. But we think Caleb Williams struggling when they run the football. They're running the football well. Caleb Williams
I'm back. Hold on. What's up? I'm assuming that's Jacob. I apologize, guys. I had to get something to drink. What's up, buddy?
So, yeah, you see my
Not
name?
much.
You see my name?
What?
Pac-12 sucks. Pac-12.
Pretty much, yeah. What'd you think of this game, though? Hey, Keith Shelley, what's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing,
I've
fellas?
seen him test his strings lately.
I just, I don't know. Oregon's run the ball. They ran the ball really well early, but since then,
They got away from it. And,
why would you stop running the ball? It doesn't make sense. If
how
they
does Oklahoma have this kind of defense right now? This is crazy.
Well,
this is
I'll tell you why, Ballard.
Because Anthony Brown is Oregon's quarterback. That's why.
No. It's because Brent Venables shipped his playbook to Bob Stoops this afternoon and told them to run.
Are you serious?
No, I'm just joking, but because I've never seen an Oklahoma Sooner defense hold someone like Oregon to 3 points like ever.
Bob Stoops had some good defenses, and he's coaching.
He did. I mean, when they played Florida in that title game when Tebow was quarterback at Florida, they had some defense, man. They had some good guys, but then when Bob Stoops left and Riley came in and everything, they faded away from it.
Yeah, Riley doesn't
have. And it's just like, screw the defense.
Bob Stoops has good defense. Don't get that wrong.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma, they were running the ball early as well, and then they started going to the air. And they started.
It was working.
I said they were running the ball early as well, and then they started going to the air.
Yeah.
Because it was working. And they scored a lot more points,
Well,
I just don't know.
I see this a lot in football games where a team will offensively either they get away from the passing or they get away from the run game because of one bad play where it's like, no, they stopped us, or no, it was incomplete.
Well, no, Oklahoma.
They get flustered because of one or two bad plays, even though, like, they just need to figure out a rhythm. Like, okay, well, what was working before? You were passing the ball,
I think Bob Stoops ran it early, and then Oregon got so committed on the run game. I think Bob Stoops had the idea of going to the air, and now it's working. Scored so much, and then Oregon, they just went away from it for some reason. I mean, if they think
they just gave up,
you got to keep running the ball for Oregon. You got to. I just don't understand.
9 carries. Yeah. 9 carries for 74 yards is what Dye has. That's good. And even receiving for him is good.
You see the problem, Ballard? You see the problem? He only has 9 carries. 9 carries.
And think about it. How many of those were in the first? How many were in the first quarter of the game? Like all of them, probably.
Most of them, and they're giving it to another running back as well, a younger one.
Oh yeah, who was it? It was what was his name? What happened to Verdell? What happened to CJ Verdell?
Verdell. Oh, we got injured in week 3 for the rest of the year.
Oh, that's why.
You didn't even know that?
Well, I had forgotten all about him. That's the thing, because they got so used to.
Yeah, but he carried them to the win over Ohio State. Well, he didn't carry. Travis Dye was.
The great Gabe. What's up?
The fact that Anthony Brown beat C.J. Stroud, I'm always going to remember that. He didn't do much, but he got the win.
Well, see, what's the deal with C.J. Stroud anyway? I know he's great, but Ohio State.
I feel like it's more of a Ryan Day problem. You have all this talent just to lose to Oregon and Michigan.
I think we're starting to see that. Not that Ryan Day can't coach, but we're starting to see where his weaknesses are and where he really needs to step it up.
Yeah, I mean, you got ran on for 300 yards against Michigan. I mean, Jesus. If that doesn't show a
My
sign, then
preseason, yeah,
my preseason national
Josh.
championship. Oh, I remember
I
it.
had Georgia. I had Georgia, Oklahoma because I really thought
Same thing. I
Oklahoma
had
would get
Georgia and
one.
Oklahoma.
Yep, that's what everybody was saying. But
Yeah,
now the Georgia part, and look, you can't blame us too much. I mean, you can
Well, the
now,
Georgia
but I
part,
mean, did they not have? I mean, the hype around Spencer Rattler was insane. But
the
then he
Georgia
has that
part can.
game. I can't remember. Was it the Texas game? Was it the Texas game? He got benched and
Yeah,
they
he got
switched to
benched in
Caleb.
Texas. Caleb Williams.
And Caleb, Caleb's looked good. But
Yeah,
if they had
yeah.
had that early on, maybe we could say the same thing.
Caleb Williams is a little bit overrated, though. To
I
be
would
honest,
agree. But I do think he's a little better than what Spencer Rattler was giving.
he is. But I mean, Spencer Rattler looked good in 2020, so he might bounce back with South Carolina. But I mean, the bottom line is, I mean, the Georgia part could still happen, but the Oklahoma part, they were a big disappointment. You know.
yeah. They dropped a lot of games that they should have won.
Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma, I don't know, man. I don't know if they should have won. I think it was more like they weren't as good of a team. Baylor was a better team than them. Oklahoma State was a better team than them. In my opinion, at least.
I don't think that's true. I think they just didn't.
No,
I think that they came in with inflated egos
I don't know
and
about that. I
they
thought
tried and they slept on people.
I'm surprised Oklahoma State only won by 4. I thought they'd win by more, but I think Oklahoma State and Baylor were the better teams. I just think Oklahoma, you know. But for the second half, I think we're going to see a lot of running plays from Oklahoma. And we'll see an attempt for Oregon to pass it, but it's just, Anthony Brown, it's not going to work.
Hey Jerry.
Hey, Jerry. Josh Klein said, I thought it was going to be Bama versus Bulldogs. Well, that if that's true, which you're telling us it is, so it's a very good prediction. It could happen. Only way it could really be prevented is some miracle of Cincinnati and then Michigan, or Michigan beats Georgia, which,
I don't
Michigan's
think
going to
it's
beat Georgia.
necessarily gonna. I don't think it's necessarily gonna be a miracle.
For Cincinnati to win, yeah, that'd be a miracle.
No,
It wouldn't be too much. I really do. Bama's got their weaknesses, and people need to remember that. I mean, I understand what they did against Georgia, but if you put them in the right scenario, like the Auburn game or the A&M game, you can mess their day up. And I think Cincinnati's got the talent to try to do that. I'm not saying it can happen, but man, be careful.
I don't think
came
it's
in with.
Yeah, I don't think it's a miracle. I'm sorry.
If
But
Cincinnati beats Bama, that's a miracle.
I don't think so. I think Cincinnati's worked their they've really worked hard to make it here, and Spencer
I'm not
Rattler's a
saying
really
they
good
haven't
quarterback.
worked hard. I'm not saying they haven't worked hard. I'm just saying they're not really as good at the team as the other 3.
I don't know about that really. I really think Cincinnati's a really good football team, and I
Okay,
think
that's fair.
I think they can give Bama a run for their money like they gave Georgia a run for their money last season in the Peach Bowl.
I mean, look,
Think
I'm
about
not
it,
trying.
though. Think about all those guys that they had, and say whatever you want. Oh, Georgia had a bad day, didn't want to be. I don't want to hear that mess, man. I mean, Cincinnati, with all the talk about Luke Fickell, I don't think he's overhyped. I think he's an amazing head coach. You got a top quarterback in Desmond Ridder. They bring a lot of what they had last year. They bring it back, man, and they look better.
Here's the thing with Cincinnati. Their top players are just as good as the top players for Georgia, Michigan, and Alabama. But when you go depth by depth, that's the problem. They don't have the depth. But their top players are just as good as Georgia's and Bama's and Michigan's. You see the problem? You see where I'm getting to?
Well, I understand that they have like maybe depth concerns, but hey, that's only if you That's only if you get this stuff that's going around, and that's only if you're injured do you need to be concerned about depth. I
No,
mean,
no. I'm talking about it in this way. I'm talking about when you get to the secondary players, like the players that aren't top players but are still really good. That's where they fall off. You know what I'm
well,
saying? Their best 3, 4 players are as good as any other teams, but after that, it's
Yeah.
a huge drop off. Like the 5th, 6th, 7th best player for Georgia and Bama are miles better than Cincinnati's. You see where I'm going to?
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
I get that, but at the same time, I think Cincinnati's ready to take the next step and give Alabama a shot of what they gave Georgia.
Well,
I'm
that's
not
fair.
saying
Great. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to be as close as that. I think Alabama wins this by 2 score, but I don't think
Okay,
it.
okay.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
they
that.
win by more than. I
I
don't think they
respect
win
that.
by more
I
than.
respect that.
I don't. I think they come out guns blazing and they're going to punch Alabama in the face and at halftime, and Alabama's going to come out the second half and they're going to punch back, and um, Alabama has the Heisman Trophy winner quarterback and Bryce Young, and I think they'll take care of business. I just think that if there's a better chance than a miracle for
Okay,
Cincinnati to win.
that's fair enough. But I'm gonna stick to my opinion. But I respect your opinion.
I do too.
Well, I think, oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
but I mean, one the biggest weakness on Cincinnati's roster is the offensive line. If you can't, and that's fine when you're playing these group of 5 teams. But when your weakness is the offensive line, and you're playing against Alabama and Will Anderson, that's a huge problem. I mean that's a huge problem.
Well, here's something I would like to flash at you then. Um, SEC 0-3 against Group of 5 teams,
Yeah, but that doesn't really.
and the SEC, especially Auburn. Auburn lost to Houston. Houston lost to Cincinnati. But you
I
see,
mean,
Auburn gave Alabama a run for their money.
you're comparing 6-win SEC teams against 12-win Group of 5 teams. There's a difference between that and the SEC champion and uh, an AAC champion. I mean,
Well, I'm also comparing the fact that Alabama, I think people should believe that the win against Georgia was an exception, not the rule. The rule is Alabama isn't as great as what they have been. The exception is Georgia didn't play up to Georgia's standards and they got smoked by Bama because Nick Saban and Alabama is still a good team.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you got to think too. I mean, Cincinnati. The same team that gave Georgia trouble last year is the same exact team that they brought back this year with the secondary players, with Desmond Ritter, Jerome Ford. They got all those players. And if they're truly better, then they could very well win that game and get an upset. And look, Bama at times, I mean, that Iron Bowl should not have been 4 overtimes. And I know it was said in the offseason. I get what Jimbo said, but let's be honest. Should Alabama have actually lost a game like A&M? I mean, we all expected them to win that game. So, I mean, yeah, if it depends on what Alabama you're getting. Are you getting the one that wants to be there and wants to play 4 quarter ball, or are you getting the one that just wants to show up and go to sleep because, oh, we'll be fine, we're Alabama? Because I mean, they've looked pretty vulnerable at times, and that's the question. If you're Cincinnati, which one are we having to face, and what can we take advantage of?
I agree. I totally agree with that assessment. That I think don't get me wrong. If anybody here is an Alabama fan, don't get me wrong. I'm not doubting your team. Your team's good.
Yeah,
They're a real good team. They've got they've got a really elite wide receiver talent in Jamison Williams. And they have a really talented quarterback that can improvise really well whenever he gets flushed out of the pocket, but they also have some problems. And
Well, that's
and
all
like
they got, really. I mean, like even the other receivers. Now, Mechie being out hurts, but
yeah,
even the guys like even Slade Bolden and lots of, I mean, they're talented, but man, at times they have had issues where they just can't catch the ball. And I haven't been too sold on Bill O'Brien this year and Doug Marrone, who is the offensive line coach. I mean, if the offensive line that showed up against Georgia shows up against Cincinnati, we're winning the game. If it doesn't, we could still win, but it won't be as big of an offensive game plan. Because, I mean, look, Majah Sanders is a key guy to watch out for on the pass rush of Cincinnati. They have some guys up front that can get in Bryce Young's face. I think Georgia got a sack or two on him. And, I would say, and look,
Georgia
Georgia
didn't
has
have a
the
sack on
best.
Alabama. They were the only team that didn't have a sack on Alabama this entire season. On Bryce Young this entire season.
Now, how the heck does that work, right?
Well,
I
I
mean,
there's speculation, and I think the speculation is more accurate than people
yeah,
probably don't believe. But I do believe that there was a stomach bug going on in Missouri. They had a lot of people um, uh, IV'd up and everything, having IVs given to them, and some didn't even play, even though IVs were given to them. So I think that carried that Missouri game, which was the second to last week in the regular season, was still circulating around the team. And unfortunately, I think Jordan Davis got it. I think some other key
yeah,
defensive linemen got it as well, and they kind of suffered, to get pressure because they're just tired. They're just fatigued from having that bug going on.
for
That's that
sure.
that's a rumor out there, but I think it makes sense since there was a press conference and there was injury reports where Kirby was like, "Yeah, we've got a stomach bug problem in Missouri." So that would make sense that
Yeah,
you saw Jordan Davis with his hands on his hips. Don't get me wrong, Jordan Davis is a big man, but Jordan Davis can also run 20 miles an hour, and he wasn't showing quite the same athleticism against Bama that he did all season long.
that's fair. I would agree to
Okay,
that.
Keith, I'm back now. I just need to leave for a sec, but you were making points, so can I hear them again?
I was just saying that Georgia didn't have any sacks on Alabama's team this season, and I believe that one of the rumors out
Ooh,
there ooh, hit. Ouch.
Yeah, it was a big hit.
So
yeah,
like I was saying, that the reason why Georgia didn't get as much pressure is because of this stomach flu or whatever it was that was going around back from the Missouri game,
No,
which
no,
was
no, no,
only
no.
2 weeks, from prior to the Alabama game and
No,
the SEC championship.
the reason why we had 0 sacks is because we were doing 2 3-man rushes every play, because we knew Alabama wasn't going to run the ball, so that was Kirby's game plan. It was a horrible game plan, but that's what we did.
Well,
I'm the one that said we should have run the ball, but anyways,
You what?
Go-
I
jokingly,
yeah,
Yeah.
I I totally believe that there's probably a reason why, that they had to go with something that was out of the norm.
I mean, all right, take it from this standpoint. Desmond Ritter, Jerome Ford, and their two starting NFL cornerbacks, those guys can play with anybody. The rest of the team, they can't, and that's the problem.
yeah. What's up, Slim?
No, I totally get that. I was just talking about the SEC championship game.
Oh, you're talking about the SC championship.
Yes.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Cincinnati still, and you're making
Yeah,
a
well, you,
comparison.
you kind of left and we kind of like transitioned a little bit into like the
Yeah,
Alabama Georgia thing, but we can skip right back to the playoffs since you're back. I mean,
Oh no,
that's
no,
no
we're fine.
problem.
But we're going to talk about the SEC, and I'm gonna let Slim talk. What's up, Slim?
1st and 10.
I've never heard of the stomach flu making you lose a game 3 weeks later.
That's
That's a first for me.
Well, yeah, I don't think that was the main reason, but
Well,
I mean, I'm not trying to make
everybody.
a joke, but I mean, you hear how it sounds.
well, Keith,
Yeah, well, not everybody had the stomach flu because if they did, they'd have to forfeit the football game. So,
I don't think that was the reason
depending
why.
on how contagious it is, I mean, it very well could have just made its rounds to everybody, and some of those rounds could have been key pieces to the defense. I'm
Yeah,
not
but I don't
saying
really.
it's not.
Or maybe
I'm not saying it's true or anything. I think there might be some validity to it, but I
Yeah,
don't.
well,
I mean, more than likely, all it would turn out to be, if you dig deep enough, is a couple of guys got the runs after eating Taco Bell at 3 a.m.
But
yeah,
even then, if you have the runs, that dehydrates you a lot, and you have to.
You're not dehydrated 3 weeks later. Stop
No,
it! Come
Hold
on,
on,
man.
going deep.
No, I'm not talking
Oh,
about.
what a
I'm
grab.
talking about if they were to contract the flu 2 weeks later before the game. That's what I'm talking
Anthony
about.
Brown, my man. Going
Keith,
at it.
Keith, I don't know about this. This seems.
You're reaching, man. I like you, but you're reaching.
But here's what Kirby needs to do. Kirby needs to realize that a great quarterback in today's game. The only way to
Touchdown.
stop him is to pressure him. You got to pressure him from the outside, and the pocket needs to collapse. Auburn and LSU did the same thing, and it worked. I don't know why we're not doing it. And so we're dropping back everybody and letting Bryce Young light us up. He did it.
30 to
Arkansas
9.
ran 3-2-6,
Oklahoma.
and he lit
But Oregon
Arkansas
just
up.
scored.
So,
Yeah, but it looks like Oregon's coming back a bit.
yeah, well.
Hey, Slim, when's Miami playing their bowl game?
They're not, because they're a bunch of pussies.
Hey, it seemed like I was trying to troll you, Slim, but I actually was. I didn't know if they had canceled their bowl game or
Man
not.
in motion. What the hell?
15 of their players have the fucking cold, so they can't go because they have a sniffle. Fucking pansies.
He got it.
Yeah,
That
the
was a-
ACC teams, they're opting out like candy. But
Jacob, did you see that 2-point conversion play there?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool, man. I didn't think he was going to get there at first. I was thinking, what the hell are you doing? But it paid
if
off.
Oregon just runs the ball, they can come back running the ball. They can, believe it or not.
Well, that's
If
what
they just-
see. That's what I was saying was what helped them at the beginning, but then they got away from it, and it kind of held them back.
Now, if they let Oklahoma keep scoring, then yeah, they have to pass it. But they can come back running the ball at this point, at least. As long as they don't let Oklahoma score 2 more times or touchdowns at least, which they allowed a lot in the first half, so that's saying a lot, but still,
it is.
And I mean, I can't even fathom the reason for wanting to back out of the game, because in my opinion, trying to say COVID at this point is just an excuse.
I mean, look at Virginia Tech. The amount of players they had out for COVID, they played today.
Well, and I'm not sure why they would want to
played.
anyway. I mean that offense could put points on any defense in the nation the way they played the last 6 games of the year.
Yeah, well, props
now
to
the
Virginia.
defense.
We literally played a whole football season. Yeah,
you talking about Miami?
We played a whole football season.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Virginia Tech. I
mean,
like,
offensively, they got it figured out. No.
Yeah.
No, that was Ballard that said something about Virginia Tech. I don't care about Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Although that game did prove a point to me.
What did I say about Virginia Tech?
And once again, just kind of gives me another check mark to prove that I'm smarter than a lot of these dumbass Miami fans. Because all we heard out of them, Manny Diaz's first year, Was Dan Enos is the problem? Shit offensive coordinator. He don't know what the hell he's doing, and he's averaging almost 50 points a game at Maryland now.
Well, when you're 6-6, 7-5, all they're going to do is blame the coaches.
Well, I think players on the sideline making TikTok videos while they're losing a game is the reason they lost the game.
Yeah, well,
I see it all the time.
They got to stop that.
I'm on TikTok.
Yeah, but
I mean,
there's a difference between doing that in the middle of a football game. I mean,
yes, but you're not.
I was just
TikTok,
saying, like I see it all the time, and I think.
But you're not
Coaches
posting TikToks in the third quarter of a FIU game that you're losing.
Right.
Yeah.
well,
So my biggest thing is, why would you replace Manny Diaz with someone who is on par with Manny Diaz as being just as bad? And Mario Cristobal.
No.
My
said
argument
just as bad.
Actually, Manny Diaz has a better head coaching record than Mario does.
Yeah, Manny Diaz is Manny Diaz is not a bad coach. Where are you getting that from, Keith?
No, I'm not saying that Manny is a bad coach. I'm saying that why would you get rid of Manny Diaz for Mario Cristobal when you have somebody who's just as good as Mario Cristobal already in your program?
Because they want the popular coach. Because the fans were rioting. I mean,
it won't matter. Year 3, if they're not where they want to be, they'll be burning Mario jerseys and talking about running him out of town too.
Yeah, well,
that's just the way Miami fans.
Well, they gave him an $8 million contract. They can't just run him out this time.
No, and I give the university props for that one, and I think that might have been somewhat on purpose, so they don't end up in this situation again with another coach.
You pay somebody $8 million a year. You can't just run them out 3 years later.
Nope, not with a 10-year deal.
Yeah, you can't do that. So
now I'll give Mario this much. He's clear. I mean, clear as day. He's a better recruiter than Manny. Not saying Manny's bad at all.
Oh
but
yeah.
Mario's the
recruiter.
best, if not one of the best recruiters in the nation.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree with you, and I was gonna
sure.
say that. I mean, what are you trading, like, recruiting for? Maybe like a head coach who's maybe just a wee bit bad or worse than what you already have, but
Well,
way better.
I think Mario is a little bit better head coach than Manny. I mean, it's not completely fair for me, and I'll admit to say that Manny has a better record because Manny's been a head coach for 3 seasons, and Mario's going into his 8th, I think.
Yeah. Something
but
like that.
I mean, if you look at their record, just look at Oregon, what Mario did at Oregon, and what Manny did at Miami. Manny's only got 2 more losses.
I mean, yeah,
that's true.
I don't think Manny was, and he's a defensive coordinator at Penn State now, which I think that'll work out well. But Mario, he does have 2 Pac-12 titles. I mean, take it how you want it. Pac-12 sucks, whatever. He does have 2 conference championships, so.
Yeah. I give him credit for 1.5 because he backdoored his way into one of them.
Oh, yeah, because he didn't win the North or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, but,
And I mean, okay, you lost to Stanford. That's the same as losing to Duke.
Yeah, Stanford, horrible loss. And then getting blown out by Utah twice. If you have Anthony Brown at your quarterback, that stuff like that's just going to happen. I mean.
Well, and he's got an automatic upgrade at quarterback. That's something he ain't got to worry about.
Yeah, he does. Because Anthony Brown, let's just be honest here, he's not that good.
No, and that's all on Mario because Mario picked him. They went and got him out of the transfer portal.
Yeah, that's his fault. That
was your guy. That's who you wanted. Not to mention, who was it? God, he's quarterback for the Chargers now. He was there at Oregon when Mario took over.
Justin Herbert?
Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert got worse when Mario was there.
He did.
So I'm not a fan of his picks as far as his staff. That's my big question about him.
I mean, but what happened to Oregon, and the reason why I think Utah beat them twice is because over the course of the season, they became way too predictable with their run plays and how they were and their defense, and they just became predictable. And Utah knew that, and they
They
exposed
did,
them.
and that goes back to some of his staff picks. I didn't like, his pick for offensive coordinator at all.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm liking the names that are being thrown around at Miami so far. I mean,
For
sure,
offensive
Joe
coordinator?
Brady's a hot name, but so far Joe Brady looks like a one-hit wonder.
You know, it's confusing because, yes, he did lead one of the greatest offenses of all time. He also had Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase. You know, so
Like I said, right now he looks like a one-hit wonder.
yeah, he's a risky and he didn't do well at Carolina, so it's a risky pickup. No.
Well, and I can't completely blame him for Carolina. I mean, kind of like Tampa, they've been devastated by injuries this year.
They have. I mean, let's just be honest here.
But Tampa's just deeper.
Cam Newton is not what he used to be at all. He's not
washed up.
He's not an NFL starting caliber quarterback anymore. He's just not. That's what.
No, and I think Sam Darnold can be.
Yeah, well, Sam Darnold, you know, he can't. He wasn't horrible, but you know, he got injured in the Falcons game. I remember that.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying he would be, Aaron Rodgers or anything, but he could be a top 15 quarterback in the NFL.
He could. He could. He really could.
So where was Joe? So Joe Brady was head coach, or he was coaching?
No.
Carolina.
He was offensive coordinator.
He was offensive coordinator at Carolina.
Yeah, he wasn't the head coach.
Okay,
Matt Rule was the head coach, and he might be out of there too.
The other name being thrown around is Kendall Briles, which I'm not a big fan of either.
So now who's looking at trying to get Joe Brady as offensive coordinator, coach, whatever?
Well, I mean,
Mario Cristobal.
Yeah, Miami. You know.
Okay.
They've interviewed him. They've interviewed Kendall Briles. Those are the two that I know of that they've interviewed. They probably have more as well.
Yeah, you know.
And I mean, Kendall Briles isn't terrible, but my problem with Kendall Briles, and you saw it at FSU creep its head up a few times when he was there under Willie Taggart, he's high tempo all the time to the point he doesn't know when to slow the game down and bleed some clock, and it's cost him games.
Yeah, you know, up-tempo offenses are great, but it's kind of a gimmick, and it gets your defense tired, it gets your offense tired. It's just, I don't know. But it's a gimmick, all right.
Well,
yeah.
I really can't tell you too much about what will happen with Miami, but I do know one thing. Ja'Cory Brown, who signed with Miami this recruiting class, he was hot last season, but I didn't hear a peep out of him this year.
Mm.
There's nobody really talking about him, so that could be something that
might touchdown.
Well, some of that also happens too when you basically commit to a school and then shut down your recruiting. I mean, if you're not taking any more visits or anything after that, you don't hear a whole lot of talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but also, I mean, he's going to be at best third on the depth chart this year. So, I mean, he's not even going to be a factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main problem with Miami, and they really need to fix this, they got to fix their offensive line.
Yeah, and that's where I think Mario can definitely help.
Yeah, Mario can help because he can get some big recruits, and from South Florida, do all that stuff. and he can help that. But you know,
Well, South Florida isn't where you go looking for offensive linemen. It
well,
just
yeah,
isn't.
that's not where you go looking for linemen. You go looking for them in the Midwest.
And if you're trying to fix your offensive line immediately, it's not through recruiting; it's through transfers.
Yeah, because you know, freshman linemen they haven't gelled yet.
But not even that. That's a position that your body has to grow into.
Yeah, you got to get stronger, get bigger, weight room, do all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't. And outside of an extreme, kind of what if scenario kind of thing, is the only reason an offensive lineman should ever start as a true freshman, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I remember Kirby played. Didn't he play Cade Mays as a freshman, start him, something like that, and then he transferred out. But you know, and he was good, but he looked undeveloped on the field. You know, but so.
I mean,
And I
as a
don't.
freshman, you're not going to be developed. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, for as much as Miami fans wanted to harp about putting in all these freshmen, and yes, they won 5 out of their last 6 with a whole bunch of freshmen. That freshman mistakes cost them the 2 games before that, Virginia and North Carolina.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, I don't think Cade Mays had to play as a freshman, so I blame Kirby for that. He didn't have to play. He really didn't. Then he got his pinky stuck in a chair in the off season. Whatever happened,
Are you
Dad sued
serious?
Georgia, I guess, or something, and he went to Tennessee.
Well, what happened with Case Mays is he was urinating into water bottles and doing childish things in the Georgia locker room, and that's why he was reprimanded. And his dad got butthurt over being reprimanded and
Then he
thought his son
transferred
was
to Tennessee,
yeah. I mean,
and
his brother plays there now too, so I mean,
you know,
I was kind of shocked that he even picked Georgia because he was such a big Tennessee fan and everything,
yeah,
and then he
I
chose
was surprised he
Georgia.
went to Georgia, anyways.
Yeah, like
But
I wanted him there, but I just felt like Tennessee was where he was gonna end up, and
And
isn't
he
he
did
coming?
great there too.
Well, he did do well there, I will admit. But isn't he coming back next year as well? Or
Probably.
yeah, I
Well, I don't
think
know.
so. Because he got the COVID rule, so I think he's coming back next year. Because he's not really an NFL prospect. I wouldn't say that.
I
You know,
think Kate. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
but he has, you know, with the up tempo offense, he has got tired a little bit. He has, you know, he's been worn out. I mean, he's 330 pounds, so you know.
Well, that might be a development thing when because
Yeah, they
you've
got to
got Cade
develop him.
Mays. He went to Georgia, which has a completely philosophy of what Josh Heupels has at Tennessee right now.
No. Georgia doesn't have an up tempo offense.
No. I'm saying they have a completely different style of offense than what Josh Heupel
Well,
has.
yeah, but what I'm saying is that he just gets worn out because Tennessee, they run that up tempo offense, kind of like Ole Miss does.
Yeah,
You
well, what
know.
I'm saying is that Georgia, when he went to Georgia, they probably were trying to get him to be bigger, trying to get him more weight on him, and
Well, yeah,
stuff
that
like
was
that.
Yeah, but
And
you can
then,
take a lot of that weight off in an off season,
yeah,
well,
especially with the nutrition programs and then the strength and conditioning programs they have. That's on Tennessee's strength and conditioning coach.
yeah, yes. They
wow.
got to fix that in the off season because otherwise he's just not going to be. You know, I don't know. He's just he
Which
can't
I think
start.
is part of Miami's problem. And it was one of the gripes I had with Miami was their strength and conditioning coach. Because
Yeah.
one thing Miami's always had, and they've always been a smaller team, so I wasn't really worried about them not having as big of a line, but they've always been just as strong, and they don't
Yeah,
look it anymore.
yeah.
Right.
Well, Georgia's the best strength conditioning coach in the country, Scott Cochran. No, he went to He was at
Thanks a
Alabama.
lot.
He was at Alabama, then went to
Those
Georgia.
dicks stole him.
Well, I mean, that's a matter of opinion on whether or not he's the best.
Well, I mean, He's always been considered the best.
He was
even
there
after-
ever since Saban got there.
Yeah,
He
Yeah,
helped build
but
those defenses.
but the strength and conditioning coach at LSU was at Miami for 15 years before he was at LSU, and was considered the best in the country when he was at Miami.
I think what I heard was
And he
Scott
wasn't.
Cochran was like a top 3 strength and conditioning
something like
coach in
that.
the nation.
He's one of the best. We can all agree on that. No,
I mean, I don't say that to down Scott Cochran or anything.
No, I totally get it. I mean, it's always tricky to say someone is definitively the best in something because it's a matter of opinion, unless
It
of
is.
course if you're like ranked, if there's a ranking system or something like that, then you
Well,
can
even
say
a
you're the
ranking
best
system.
without undisputed.
Well, I mean,
I
people argue about the top 25 rankings all the time.
I disagree about
even
ranking
that's
systems
not,
all the time.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
I disagree with them when somebody loses. But there's a proven point in time where they are definitively the best. But if someone beats them, then you can start saying they're not really the best. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
There's a whole bunch of people say Nick Saban's the best college football coach of all time. In my opinion, he's not.
well, most people say he is. So,
Okay, it's not my opinion.
all right.
Most
Well,
people aren't Slim.
not your
All
opinion.
right. So how about this, Slim? Who, in your opinion, is the best head coach in college football
all time.
history?
You said
Tom
Tom
Osborne.
Bobby Bowden. Oh,
I'd put Bobby Bowden
I don't
at a very
know.
close. I would put it, to me. It's very close between 2 and 3, and Saban could be in either one of those spots, and I wouldn't be mad.
Honestly, I don't know why I would have thought you would have said Bobby, but
I have a lot of respect for Bobby. Don't get me wrong.
yeah, a lot of people do.
Oh yeah, I got respect for him.
So Tom, what was his last name?
Osborne.
Osborne.
Nebraska head coach who ran the
Okay.
triple option in the 90s, 80s, 70s.
Okay. I wasn't born then, and I don't really follow Nebraska too far.
Tom Osborne won multiple national titles with Nebraska as like the second winningest coach of all time in college football, and played for national titles in 4 different decades.
Yeah, he was good. He won 3 out of 4 natties in the 90s because Nebraska was just that good. He won it 94, won it 95. Florida won it 96, but then he won it 97.
Well, he split in 97. And 95 is arguably one of the greatest college football teams ever assembled.
Oh, yeah. I ranked 95 second best team of all time. Miami 01, Miami won. But
yeah.
Oh, what a play.
97, you know what?
It.
I don't count 97. I don't give any credit to Michigan for that national title. They didn't win the national title game, so I give it Nebraska fully.
Here's the Georgia fans finally talking smack to Michigan.
Well,
getting it ready.
It's not even about us playing Michigan. I just think I'm just saying they didn't play in the Natty game. They didn't win it. Nebraska did.
Well, there wasn't necessarily a national championship game. You have to
What?
figure there wasn't a national championship game until 98.
Yeah, but and I know they didn't
With the
allow
BCS,
Big Ten
right?
teams. I know they don't allow Big Ten teams in the Natty or the 1 versus 2 game. You can call it whatever back then, but I just felt like Nebraska was the better team. They won the 1 versus 2 game Natty, whatever. So I give it to them.
Well, there's a bunch of them that are disputed. I mean, I've brought it up before. The only reason Miami didn't win it in 90 is because everybody was pissed off at them, and they just refused to put them at number 1.
Yeah, and then
I mean, do you really think Georgia Tech and Colorado were the 2 best teams in the nation?
No. Yeah.
I mean, Notre Dame, a lot of people say Notre Dame had a claim to that one, but Miami beat Notre Dame that year. So
yeah, well. And then Miami came back and split one with Washington in 91.
yeah. Well, I think there was only 2 out of the 6 polls that had Washington at number 1.
And then the other
I
four,
mean,
Miami.
Yeah. I mean, some of those, it's kind of, all right, majority takes it.
I do give it to Miami's. I do say it's Miami's national title, but
Plus, they also beat Nebraska that year.
yeah, well,
So, I mean, you're talking Nebraska in the 90s. That was a hell
Nebraska.
of a team.
Yeah, and then 92, you had the one. That's when 1 versus 2 started playing each other.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't until 98.
Well, yeah, but 1 versus 2 still played each other in natty game, whatever.
Well,
Yeah,
it
but I
happened.
think what
It
Slim was
happened
getting
every
at
so
was
often. Like every once in a while, it would happen.
the true 1 and 2 didn't start until the BCS in '98.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I agree with that, but I'm saying like the best 2 teams outside of the Big Ten and Pac-10 played
What's
in
the Big Ten got
that
to do
game.
with it?
What? Oh yeah,
What's the Big Ten
Big
got to
Ten
do
and
with it?
Pac-10 teams weren't allowed in that game because the Rose Bowl demanded for them to play in the Rose Bowl.
Oh, okay, that would make more sense.
Yeah. So
Makes
because of
sense
that,
to
it was
me.
the best. It was the best 2 teams outside of the Big Ten and Pac-10, and it's probably why
PAT,
Michigan has
good.
an AP title, but still.
Oregon scores, or Oklahoma scores again.
So it
44
wasn't
to
the true best
18.
teams, but a lot of times it was. Like, for example, in '92, Alabama, Miami, those were the 2 best teams in the country.
No,
Oh yeah.
you know, this game right here, it's starting to finally play out
Miami fans had to run their mouth.
like a typical Oklahoma game, except for the only thing is that Oregon can't afford to have Oklahoma they score and then Oklahoma score. This isn't basketball.
I mean, Ballard saying
Right.
that Miami ran their mouth is like saying water's wet. Of course, Miami ran their mouth. That's what Miami does.
That's
the
what everybody
notorious
does.
trash
isn't it?
talkers
Think
that
about it.
graduated from.
Bama fans said some stuff too. I'm not stupid.
And that's not the first game that Miami's mouths wrote a check their ass couldn't cash. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. The one I'm thinking of in particular, Vinny Testaverde's ass couldn't back up that check.
Oh yeah, versus Penn
Bastard.
State when
Motherfucker.
Pete Giftopoulos.
when he threw 4 or 5 interceptions or something.
5. They dominated every other statistic of that game except for turnovers and the final score.
Well, you know that's how a worse
Are we
team gets
thinking
back
of the
into a
same
game.
game? Are you still talking about the Sugar Bowl, or are you going back to Testaverde and?
Well,
Penn
Testaverde
State.
didn't play it. Testaverde didn't play in the Sugar Bowl, so obviously
Yeah,
I'm not
I know.
talking about the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah, he's talking about
I got off track because then you transitioned to.
he's talking about the
I
Fiesta
just-
Bowl.
I just have a specific hatred for Testaverde because after he screwed up Miami, he came to Tampa Bay and screwed them up too.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
About he's talking about the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, I know. I did a video on it. It was my first flashback.
Oh yeah, when the defense
They've
wins
never
champ-
won a Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, Miami's never won a Fiesta Bowl.
Now, Slim, what'd you think about the troll job that was it the Saints player did to Tom Brady when he broke the Microsoft Surface and he tweeted Microsoft and goes, hey I need one of those Surfaces. One of my friends broke theirs, so I need to give one.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I mean, it's
I
not
saw
the it's that is far from the first one of those tablets that Tom Brady's broke.
I know, but the troll job the other guy did was hilarious.
It was
I
funny,
mean,
yeah.
I hope it gets him through the postseason when they're sitting at home and Tampa's in the playoffs.
Well,
Yeah.
that is kind of true because hasn't it always been the case whenever someone says or does something like that to Tom Brady, he always ends up doing
Well,
miraculous stuff.
with the win against Carolina this past Sunday, Tampa clinched the NFC South, so they're guaranteed a playoff spot.
Yeah, and the Saints probably won't make it.
No, they won't make it.
Yeah, especially because they have a quarterback situation. Ian Book is not a good NFL quarterback. I'm sorry.
They have a quarterback situation, all right? The situation is they don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, Jameis Winston was playing good at the beginning of the season, but then he tore his ACL, and
Taysom Hill is not the answer.
Taysom Hill is not good. I still think Jameis is good, but he's gotten a lot better. But Taysom's not that good.
Jameis has always been good.
Yeah, but he stopped throwing. He doesn't throw as many interceptions anymore, which was his problem at Tampa Bay.
I'm about to say, even despite all the interceptions, they had like the number 2 offense in the NFL.
Yeah, because he had 5,000 passing yards or something.
Yeah.
But Sean Payton.
I don't know, just something about that D coordinator. He's just got Tom Brady and Tampa Bay's number. Just something about him.
Yeah.
Which it just works out that way. Sometimes somebody's just got your number.
Except when it mattered.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Tampa Bay won that.
I don't know if they're gonna pull that off this year. They got too many injuries.
Wow.
Nah, man.
Look, I'm sorry.
It's really killed us too, man.
He's a legendary quarterback for the Saints, but Drew Brees never should have started that game. I'm sorry.
Drew Brees is the second best player to ever come out of Purdue.
Yeah, but he couldn't throw the ball 15 yards. He was old. He couldn't even throw it 15 yards. That's why they put Jamison on that trick play. That nothing against Drew, but he just didn't have it anymore.
Well, hell, that trick play wouldn't have worked if everybody hadn't converged on Alvin Kamara.
Oh yeah, what I'm saying is the reason why they had Jameis throw the ball is because Drew couldn't throw it that far.
Well, and I hated to see it, but that was a very Dan Marino-esque end to his career.
Yeah. And respect to Drew Brees, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, but he didn't have that, man.
And you like what people, especially Max Kellerman have been saying about Tom Brady for 5 years literally happened to Drew Brees. Drew Brees was fine one game, it just fell off a cliff.
Yeah, but and same thing with the Steelers. I don't get why they're starting Ben Roethlisberger, and it's probably because they want to have appreciation for him. But you got to play the best quarterback.
Well, this has been.
Who's they got?
They got Dwayne Haskins, Mason Rudolph.
Oh God,
I'd play Dwayne Haskins.
There's even talks that they're going after Aaron Rodgers.
No,
Aaron Rodgers is going somewhere. Now, granted, it's probably going to be Denver, but he's going somewhere.
Especially if once.
Do y'all trust Jordan Love with the Packers, though? Do y'all trust that?
Well,
because I've seen him.
I'll say this: he didn't play well his first game, but he has some potential. I guess they just got to develop him. There's a difference.
I still feel for Aaron Rodgers, though.
There's a difference between watching the Jordan Love game and watching the Ian Book game. You could just tell that Ian Book just doesn't have the talent. But Jordan Love.
Why would you feel for Aaron Rodgers? What is there to feel bad for Aaron Rodgers for?
Yeah, I don't know why.
This whole offseason, the drama about him leaving Green Bay because they didn't invest in him.
He started. It's his fault.
I'm about to say, he's the one that threw a fucking bitch fit and said, well, fine, I'm going to take my ball and go home.
In fact, it kind of made me not like him as much. Because Brett Favre, he did the same thing. He backed up Brett Favre for a couple of years and then came in. Why is he mad about the Jordan Love thing? Same thing happened to Brett Favre. It's just,
It's not like they drafted a talented guy that's ready to start. Jordan Love's talented, but I'm not sure if he's ready for the NFL to at least start.
Well,
he's
not.
Damn sure ain't going to start over
develop him.
Aaron.
They need to develop him, but that's the point. You think they were going to play him the year after they drafted him? They were going to wait a few years.
You know what I think it was, though? Because when did they draft Aaron? It was like 04 or 05? So, he's been in the league maybe 15 years or so. Okay, so he's got a long way with Green Bay. You know what I mean? It's not time to start thinking about the future after him, is it?
I mean,
I
well,
don't
right
think
now,
it is.
If
right
he
now,
decides to leave, you ain't got no choice.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But he wasn't thinking about leaving before they drafted Jordan Love.
Oh, he had been
This
bitching
all
and
started
whining for
because of
years.
them drafting the quarterback.
He's been whining for a long time.
Okay, then that makes Aaron Rodgers a hypocrite because they drafted him when Brett Favre wasn't ready to go either.
Exactly. Exactly.
Aaron can shut up.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. That he's a hypocrite for that.
Okay.
Same thing happened with the Brett Favre and Aaron thing, and Brett Favre didn't throw a fit. The only reason why Brett Favre left is because Green Bay decided that they wanted to go with Rodgers.
A bunch of bitchy, whiny millionaires. That's all of them are.
Yeah.
That's all
And
the
then Favre was good. I mean, he was good on the Vikings, decent on the Jets.
Shit, he damn near made the Super Bowl with the Vikings.
Yeah, if he would have scrambled instead of throwing that pick, they probably would have won.
Well, but you know what you're getting out of Brett Favre. He's going to take those chances.
Yeah, well, costed them the Super Bowl visit.
Well, I mean, you're going to get farther with Brett Favre taking chances than you are Jameis Winston. I'll give him that.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying he had a wide open 7-8 yards. He could have slid down. Vikings could have kicked the field goal. Super Bowl, But instead, he threw it across the field. Tracy Porter, and then they made the Super Bowl. So,
I mean, you could have, you can woulda, shoulda, coulda till the cows come home.
yeah,
Peyton should probably have more Super Bowls than he does, but
yeah. And the last one that he won, that was not Peyton. I'm sorry, that was the defense.
well, everybody knows that.
Yeah. Peyton was out of his prime at that point.
Out of his prime, Peyton got drug along, kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think about
That's true, man.
what do y'all think about all the teams quitting? Do you think this is gonna be a continuing thing next season, or
No, I don't think so, because they'll have no excuse for it.
Yeah, they will. They'll
Did
keep
you
up
guys
COVID.
see what,
They're going to be on the 75th variant of COVID.
Well,
you know what Cincinnati put out on their social media today was something that said, "Wear black, Friday, December 31st." And underneath it, I swear to God, it said, "We're going to our funeral."
Well, yes.
They trolled themselves. Oh my gosh. Dude,
Did
I
they
couldn't
really?
make this
Not
up if I
about
wanted
it.
to.
Not about it. You're actually being serious.
I got it right here, dude. Hold on.
All right, let me see it then.
It probably
All right.
says a funeral, not our funeral.
I promise you. Look
Then
at this.
show it.
Cincinnati logo, right?
Yeah.
We can't read that little bitty writing, Ballard.
Oh, I see it.
Bitch.
Oh, yeah, he's right. I saw it.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Well, they already know themselves.
Well, you got to be able to troll yourself.
In some
Yeah.
way, shape, or form, yeah.
And teams do that sometimes on social media, nowadays especially.
well, I guess they're trying to big brain the mind games, make go like, well,
I don't think
Well,
it's mind games. I think it's just a joke.
I think it is too.
Yeah,
But
I don't think.
I also, like I said, I think Alabama's going to win that game, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if they come out there and catch Alabama looking ahead.
Yeah.
Nick Saban has griped
That's what I've
about
been
that for
saying, man.
years.
I mean, look what happened in the Sugar Bowl, Alabama versus Ohio State. And honestly, Ohio State was the better team that year, I think.
I honestly did not see us as a playoff team. I know we won the SEC, but we had Amari Cooper.
Now you got to
and that was
believe it,
practically
Ballard.
in
I mean,
2014.
you beat Georgia by 17. I
thought we were talking about 2014. Of course,
we're
this
talking-
year,
oh,
and
oh,
now
oh,
I
oh.
believe it.
And
okay.
a
I
bunch
told
of
you
people
until we
think
beat
that.
Georgia.
Never mind.
and a bunch of people think that I just try picking on Alabama. I said Ohio State didn't deserve to be in the playoffs that year. I mean, they didn't much less their conference. They didn't even win their division.
We're
In
talking about
2014?
2014, Slim.
Yes, in 2014,
You're thinking of
Ohio
16.
State.
You're
No,
thinking of
I'm thinking
2020. Ohio State won their conference that year.
no, they didn't. Go look it up.
No, look it up. They beat Wisconsin 59-0 in the Big Ten title game.
They didn't play in the Big Ten
Hold
title
on.
game. Penn State did.
You're talking about 2016,
2016.
not 2014.
2016.
We're talking about their natty year.
We're talking about the first year of the playoffs in 2014.
Yeah.
Yes, Ohio State won their conference.
Okay, you're right. It
11-1.
was 16 that they made it, and then they shouldn't have been in it.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that. I got confused with you there.
Yeah, I was mixing up 16 and 14.
Yeah, you were, but
Yeah. Yeah, because
then-
James Franklin was in his first or second year at Penn State. They won the East, and that was the year they last beat Ohio State, I think.
man, look at this weather.
That real quick.
Not very good.
Are you north or south of
What?
Pac-12? Are you north or south? Do you live in the north or the south?
Oh, North Georgia. Well, I live in kind of like the middle.
Okay.
Like I live in Marietta, Metro Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, so not good weather here. It's actually been thundering a bit while I've been talking to y'all.
I lived in South Georgia for 4 years. It's terrible.
Well, I don't live in South Georgia.
I live in South Georgia.
Oh, here's the lightning.
Well, see, then
can't
you know
trust
too.
that.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Like you never know when
And I'm worried
just,
that
the bomb's just gonna fall out.
and I'm worried that the internet's gonna go out and I'm gonna break up with y'all. But if that does
Actually,
happen,
if I had stayed in Georgia, I'd have played for one of the better football programs in South Georgia too.
yeah. Well,
I would have played for. If I had stayed where I was living, I'd have played for Coffee County High School.
yeah, Coffee County, Marietta played them week 1. That's right.
Well, that all depends because Colquitt County was good in the Rush Prost era. I don't know how old you are or anything like that, Slim.
Coffee County's still good, but they're not as good as what they used to be.
I am talking back mid to late 90s.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm saying that they're not as good as they used to be.
Yeah, that's when I was living there. It was mid to late 90s.
Oh, well, no. Yeah,
I would have played for them in the early 2000s.
Well, Colquitt County's head coach that from this past season, they he's going to be the head coach at Central High School.
Really?
Justin Rogers, yeah.
I mean, since I left, I haven't kept up with it.
Yeah, so after Rush Prost, they hired a guy named Justin Rogers, and he's done pretty well with the program, trying to keep pieces intact and everything. But Central just stole him away from Colquitt County. So
the only problem I would have is if the weather turns this Oregon versus Oklahoma game off, then I have a problem. But other than that, I'm good. Jesus Christ! They might. You know what? I'm not even. I'm fine.
yeah. Well, I'm about to jump off here, guys. It's nice talking to you guys and shooting the breeze. Talking about some football and everything.
Hey,
thanks,
appreciate
Ballard,
you coming on, man.
Yeah. See ya, Keith.
Welcome anytime.
All right, thanks, Ballard. Pack. I don't really know your name or anything like that, but Slim, I'll talk to you later down the road eventually.
My name's Jacob.
Jacob. Okay. Well, my name's Keith. So.
All right. Well, nice to meet you, sir.
So, anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Y'all have a good night. Okay.
Yeah, have a good night.
All right. Hopefully it doesn't storm too bad on you and cut your internet off, Jacob.
Oh, yeah. I'll be fine unless I turn this game off. Then I might have a problem.
Don't go Uncle Lou on it,
Yeah.
Delete your YouTube and everything.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see y'all later.
All right, see y'all
See ya.
later. Fair to say that Bob Stoops is getting his revenge for what happened in 06.
I don't know. You talking to Slim? Whoa,
I'm talking to
Caleb
both of
Williams
y'all.
getting away from the pressure.
Well,
Points.
what happened in 06 is
Well,
something.
Bob Stoops has no reason to cry. He has a national title that he has no business having.
Yeah, well,
Oklahoma should not have won it in 2000.
yeah.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding at all. You gonna tell me that Oklahoma would have beat Miami in 2000 if they had done right and put Miami in the national title game?
No.
No. I'm not even going to try it.
I mean,
I'm not even going to try it, Slim.
Bob Stoops, he made it to the playoffs and then 3 other natties and lost all of them. So,
I think he's got what, 2?
well, he has 1 natty, but I'm saying he lost a bunch of them.
Well, no, I'm saying I think he got a second national title if I'm not mistaken.
No, I don't. Oklahoma's last national title was 2000.
Was it? I
My
thought
grandmother's
Bob
still-
Stoops had won one.
Yeah, he won 1, but that's it.
Well, I'm saying after that one, I thought he won one.
No. They lost to USC in 04. Probably shouldn't have been in that title. Lost to Florida in 08. What else? They lost to LSU in 03, and they lost in the playoffs to Clemson in 15.
Despite 1986 beating Miami, and winning the title, my grandmother, who's a Penn State fan, still argues with me over. And I had to go back and watch the game with her, but the 1979 goal line stand Sugar Bowl. She doesn't say that he made it on 4th down, which actually, quite honestly, if I went back and saw it, and I think she's right, but she says the 3rd down play on the goal line stand drive.
Look, Alabama fans can get as mad as they want, but he got it. But hey,
I know. I'm
they have the
sticking up.
natties. They have the natty though, so they have no reason to complain. But he got it. He crossed that line.
No, I'm defending Penn State here. I went back and I watched it, and it did look like, it was clear cut. But, they didn't even have instant replay back then. So they couldn't review it. And the refs just had to call it like they saw it.
See,
See,
traffic fools. He knows what I'm talking about. Storming like crazy in North Georgia. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, don't feel bad. It's raining in central Mississippi too.
Yeah, well, it's thundering and lightning here.
Well, it ain't doing all that. It's just barely raining here. Shit, I'm still 3 hours from getting back to Memphis.
Street lights are still on. Just don't cut this game off and I'm good.
I still got it. Our weather's fine. I'm
Hey,
slowly dying down, though.
You're talking about defending Penn State. I still cannot believe that Joe Paterno wanted Jim Kelly to play linebacker.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, Jim Kelly was from Pennsylvania, wanted to play for Penn State, but the reason he went to Miami is because Miami let him play quarterback. Joe Paterno literally told Jim Kelly, I want you to play linebacker, not quarterback. Okay, dude. Whatever you say.
Wow. Jesus. I'm building an ark. It's traffic rules.
Oh, come on. It ain't that bad.
I mean, it's only lightning, thunder and lightning. It's not like the
I mean,
power.
that ain't shit. I've been through I don't know how many hurricanes. Little lightning ain't shit.
Yeah, it's really not. The power's fine. The internet's. I mean, I'm still here, so since I'm still here, it has to be. It can't be that bad.
China's BP overdraft was fine.
Who gives a fuck?
Jesus, man, it is flooded on those streets. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna look up the weather. I need to see when this thing's gonna calm down.
Whenever it feels like calming down. And not a moment sooner.
All right, well let's. Thunder and lightning at 12 a.m. Oh, it's gonna be like this until 2 a.m. So 2 more hours to go.
What's doing?
So apparently it's gonna be like this till 2 a.m. It's gonna be like this on Friday. Gonna be like this on Saturday. Raining on Sunday. Oh, jeez.
Oh, the weather. I was gonna say.
Yeah, weather is not gonna be good here for the next 4 days. Next 5 days, in fact. I wonder if it's worse in other parts of Georgia than where I'm at.
What?
I said I wonder if it's worse in other parts of Georgia than where I'm at.
Maybe. Not sure. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, Chess lives. Thinking he lives a little south of me, so. And Uncle Lou, he lives on the east or something. So I wonder if it's bad there. Trenches lives in North Florida. Yeah.
Gosh. Let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. I mean, is there any chance for Oregon in this game at this point?
No,
I don't know how
not.
much time's left.
I mean, there's around 10 minutes left.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 10 minutes, a lot can happen.
Yeah, but they're down by 19.
So?
Well, they have. I mean, Anthony Brown. I don't know. There's a little bit of a chance.
I mean, are the chances of it happening high? No. But is there a chance that it could happen? Absolutely.
Yeah,
I've seen weirder things.
Oh, there goes my TV.
OU fans are doing the horns down. Oh my gosh. Didn't they ban that?
Well, I don't know. Well, they banned it in Texas games. Texas Big 12 games.
That's right.
Texas,
Texas had a crime.
You can ban it all you want. What are you going to do? Go throw every fan out of the stands that does it? No, you're not.
Cut
yeah,
their
it's only
fingers off or
illegal. It's
something?
only
I don't
illegal
know.
for the players.
That makes more sense.
Well, I don't know what's happening in the game.
Texas still minded.
I don't know what's happening in the game now, so y'all keep me an update because turn my TV
Well,
off.
here's the handoff. Oh, what a hit. Goes down hard there, but Oklahoma has the ball inside their own 10.
Oh, it's back on now.
You got it.
Doesn't that
I'm at 9:30. I'm at 9:30 on a 4th and 5.
I'm a little bit ahead of you.
Under 9:30. I mean, the clock's counting.
Oklahoma's run the ball down Oregon's throats this game. I wonder how many yards they have. I don't even
I mean,
know.
that was the key to Utah beating them, so I'm sure they saw that.
293 yards, averaging 8.6 yards per carry. Holy smoke!
Shit.
47-25.
I knew they were running the ball down their throats, but geez, it's a little bit more than I thought it was.
Ugh.
Oregon's been running the ball too now, and I'm going to look up how much they have.
Well, I mean, you know, putting up a whole lot of yards on Oklahoma's defense is not saying a whole hell of a lot.
Well, yeah, but you know, Oregon has 172 rushing yards, 5.9 yards per carry. Okay, I knew they were running the ball as well, but not as much.
I mean, in 3 years, if you say you're able to rush for 200 yards against Oklahoma, okay, that might be saying something.
Yeah, because Brent Venables. Yeah, Brent Venables is going to be hard.
I mean, I don't know how he's going to be as a head coach, but I know what that defense is going to look like.
Yeah. You know, Dan Lanning going to Oregon sounds interesting to me because West Coast teams are not known for having great defensive talent. So I'm a little bit.
Who's Georgia's DC right now?
Oh, Dan
Not
Lanning.
Muschamp.
Dan Lanning.
No. I'm talking about his replacement for the bowl game.
No, he's coaching the bowl game.
He is, but they named Muschamp and somebody else as the co-DC.
Yeah, Muschamp's the co-DC, and now Lanning's calling the plays on defense, and Kirby's not.
Good.
In fact, I want Muschamp to be our DC when Lanning leaves. He's a great defensive mind. That's who I want.
That's who I said Miami should go after. It's Will Muschamp.
DC though, don't associate with him head coach. Just DC.
No.
Yeah, just DC.
I mean, I would take Dan Mullen right now as my offensive coordinator all day long.
Yeah, Dan Mullen, great offensive mind. And Mario, he can recruit for him, and Mullen can do the X's and O's.
Exactly. I don't need Dan Mullen to recruit if he's there as the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, that'd be a great fit actually. Yeah, but Muschamp, that'd be my number. That'd be who I go after first. If I go after him, I'm gonna get him because he's already associated with Georgia's program. So that's already in the books for me. But we'll see what Georgia does. All I'm going to say is Kirby needs to stop calling the plays because Kirby needs to be a head coach and stop trying to get the defense set. He needs to be a head coach. Let the defense coordinator do his job. I mean, it buys him, set him up, but, let him call the plays. And that's what he's doing with Dan Lanning. He's letting him call the plays. Muschamp's helping out. He's been analyzing Michigan and all that. And then Kirby, he's probably given his tips, and they got Todd Monken over here running the offense by himself.
Not really, because I don't think Todd Monken would have Stetson Bennett as quarterback.
Well, he has full control of the plays, but not the depth chart, and he should have full control of the depth chart because that's his offense. So that should be in his control, but he has full control over the plays now. At least now he does. But Kirby chooses who goes out there, which he should only be doing that for defense.
I don't think the head coach should be doing that at any position whatsoever.
Well, I mean, helping out with defense a little bit because he's a great defensive mind. But I mean, you guys saw him on the sidelines, the Clemson game and all that. He's over here jumping up and down trying to get plays in. I mean, be a head coach. You're not the DC anymore. I mean, yes, help out, but you got one of the best defensive minds, two of the best defensive minds in college football sitting on your sideline. So let them call the plays. Let them call the plays. Let Muschamp help out.
Good
A
run
lot
there by Dye.
great run game from both teams though. I got to give them props.
Yeah, man. Travis Dye is pretty good. Oh, pass interference here. Hold on.
Yeah, interference
On
there.
Fields and Graham.
We've seen less passes than normal on these teams.
Yeah.
And credit to Oregon.
Well, I wonder if. What were you going to say?
I said credit to Oregon. They came back the second half. They were down 30-3 in the first half, and then they came back a little bit at least. They're
Well,
down 47-25
yeah.
now, but credit that shows resilience and perseverance.
Well, you mentioned just now, like, we've seen a lot more of the run game from both teams.
Yeah.
I think these teams really studied the defenses and really just overall, like,
It feels like
what they needed to defend or what they needed to do. And I don't know if they were like one step ahead, like, yeah, we could just run the ball. They wouldn't expect that. But I mean, I don't know what it
and
is, but yeah.
it feels like they've had more rushing yards than passing yards. Definitely, Oklahoma definitely does. I don't know about Oregon, but they're close.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got
Oklahoma got more.
7.5 left, 3rd and 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oregon doesn't have more rushing yards and passing yards, but Oklahoma, 293. I mean, geez, there's that West Coast run defense coming into play. At least physicality out
And
of
I'll tell
any
you what,
Power Five
Anthony
conference.
Brown can run, dude.
Yeah, he can
He's a
run, but
good threat.
he can run, but let's just be honest here. We're talking about Anthony Brown. I mean,
Yeah.
if anything, it costed them a Pac-12 title and maybe a playoff spot. I feel like they would have gotten in over Cincinnati. So it costed them that.
Well, a Power 5 champ like that, yes. Deep for the end zone. Oh,
With it, like, let's just put Justin Herbert on
I don't
Oregon
know.
this year. Let's put Justin Herbert on Oregon this year. They would have gone 13-0 and they would have had a
Oh,
playoff
hell
spot.
yeah. And Herbert's lighting it up in LA right now with the Chargers.
Oh yeah, he's lighting up right now.
You just need to get one toe inbound, right? Because that's what Franklin, it looks like he did if you're
Oh yeah,
watching this.
one foot in bounds.
I think he got it.
Feels like he got
Did
it.
he have control when his foot hit? Did he have it right? I mean, he's catching it like Devontae Smith did at the 2nd and 26.
Oh Jesus, stop it.
They're gonna say that I got it.
Well, what was I gonna say? Travis Dye, have anybody noticed that he doesn't wear gloves? Not many players in today's game do that. No,
What, not wear gloves?
yeah, no gloves, no, fancy wraps or something. Just a uniform and a helmet, cleats. That's it. That's all he has. Not many players.
I don't know if many Bama players actually wear gloves this year.
Yes, they do, Ballard.
Yes, they do, Ballard. About every player in today's game wears gloves.
I'm not looking at their hands, so
You can find a select few that don't. I mean, you might find one on a team.
Like Travis Dye or something. Shoot, I wear gloves. And they're actually really helpful. Oh.
6:46 left.
Bob Stoops is 2-1 versus Oregon. Probably 3-1 soon after this game's over. Oh, there we go. I'm not going to spoil nothing, but I just saw it a minute ago. You see it, Ballard?
The touchdown?
Yeah.
For Oregon.
Yeah, I'm
47.
at commercial break now. I already saw it.
Yeah, I already saw it, but
Yeah. 47-32, right?
47-32.
Yeah.
High scoring game especially for teams that are running the ball. You know? Troy Franklin.
I'm gonna be honest. And credit to Oklahoma's offense tonight, but I'm a little bit surprised that they've put this much on Oregon's defense. Especially in the second half, they've just kind
What do
of
you mean? You're saying they can't go
40.
out?
I mean, they're almost at 50 points on
I mean, they're
Oregon's
trying
defense.
they're trying to win the game, Ballard. You know.
Well, I know that.
They're only up by
I
15 points. You're acting like that they're up 57 to
no, no, no.
3.
That's not what I'm saying, Jacob. The fact that they've put 47 on the board, regardless of how many points they've given up.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I thought you were complaining
I'm
about them.
just saying, like I expected, Cave or Oregon's defense to just maybe be just a
Well, they
little
lost.
bit better than giving up almost 50 points.
They lost Kavion Thibodeaux. They don't have him. He's quit. You mind if we talk about some of these other bowl games tomorrow? Or no? You still first in the bowl pick'em? Or okay.
What?
I asked if you were still first in the bowl pick.
I don't
Yeah,
know
he
what.
is.
Ah, okay.
Wake up, Ballard.
What?
So wake up, Ballard.
There's gonna be a 1st and 10 here. 6:45, and they're just gonna hand it off. Going left to Brooks. Whoa! Whoa! Lost the ball. Caleb Williams gets back on it.
Sorry, I keep getting kicked out because this internet is just it's a little bit shaky right now.
Jerry, you've asked me that a few times this week. Yes, I have to at work.
But
I have to
sorry,
wear a
sorry. It's
mask.
just my internet keeps kicking me out.
No, you're good, bro. You're
A
good.
big story here. Apparently, UCLA might get a bowl ban for the way they forfeited. That's huge news.
Bowl ban on next year?
For the way they forfeited, because apparently they did it in a,
Oh.
I need to read this article. Hold on, this is big news right here because UCLA is a good team.
Oh. Another fumble.
You see what I'm talking about? Or you have no idea? It just came out 15 minutes ago, so you might not know what
No,
I'm
I
talking about.
didn't see it.
Oh, this is huge news right here, Ballard. I'm just gonna go ahead and read the article and I'll share it with y'all.
Okay.
Bowl ban's gonna cancel because of COVID. Because it's become the big years.
When I saw that fumble just now, I was just
Nice
like,
execution. You're doing terrific.
how did he lose the ball anyway? I mean, he literally just did a normal stiff arm, holding it with his right hand.
Well, all right. Let me tell y'all what happened. So apparently they're most likely not going to get a bowl ban, but the reason why it's considered is because they opted out the bowl game and they didn't notify NC State until a couple days later. But
So
apparently,
what did NC State? Did NC State just show up and it
apparently
was
they were
like,
at
hey,
the
we're
stadium. They were at the stadium and
What?
found out then. Wasted all their money, so that's why.
That's funny and stupid at the same time.
The UCLA opted
You
out 2
know?
days before they told them. But it's apparently it's most likely not going to happen. You know?
Yeah. Had a fourth down coming up, 4:27 left.
That's still, You know what? Give UCLA the bowl ban because that's stupid and pathetic.
Yep.
Give everybody who's opted out because of COVID. Give them the bowl ban. Besides Texas A&M, they're the only team who have a reason. Give everyone else a bowl ban. That's how I'm doing this. Texas A&M's the only team that had a real they didn't have 22 players, so they couldn't field a team out there. Everybody else, give them a bowl ban. You see what I'm saying? Eric Gray, the transfer from Tennessee from last year, is finally showing up.
Yeah.
Jeez, this guy's hasn't barely done anything all year,
He's doing
and I feel like
something
he's kind of
tonight.
overrated because he wasn't really that good of a running back. He was just more. It was more of his offensive line, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But finally doing something here. It's Oregon, and you expect this from Pac-12 teams. They're in the West Coast. There's no linemen in the West Coast, like literally none. There's not much defense. So not much defense. So you expect this, and that's kind of that's kind of confused me at the Dan Lanning thing. The guy went to Oregon, but there's not much defensive players in the West Coast. All those players are in the Southeast. So, kind of confuses me a little bit. I mean, don't you think?
Yeah.
A
And I don't
defensive,
think they could just go down there and
I mean, a
they're not
defensive
going to
guy,
win a recruiting battle right away,
a
obviously.
defensive guy going to the West Coast. That I think Dan Lanning made the wrong move there. because he's a
Yeah.
defensive guy. I mean, Lincoln Riley, yeah, because that's where the quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers. But Dan Lanning, that's not many defensive players out in the West Coast. Yeah, I'm just being honest here.
Yeah, I got you, bro. Listen, is it safe to say this game's over? I mean, at this point, is Oklahoma just going to kind of run it up, or at least just keep stopping
I
Oregon?
kind
You
of feel
think?
that way. I feel that way.
It's getting kind of late. I just feel like heading to bed, so that's all it is.
I mean, Oregon has the ball with, 3 minutes and 46 seconds to go, down 15. So I guess you never know. Miracles happen. But for the most part, I think Oklahoma has it.
Yeah.
I mean, Oregon would literally have to drive 93 yards down the field and then get an onside kick. So those are the chances.
Well, look, they had a 66-yarder earlier, and they've had like some 34. Like they've made some big time, not just big plays downfield in the second half, but just overall big scores in the second half, man. Like 66-yard run or
keep in mind
passing.
they have to get a 2-point
Whatever.
conversion on one of their touchdowns as well.
Yeah.
Hey, let's watch it together, though.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Screw it. Oh, man. It's almost over. If Oklahoma, because it's Oregon's ball, if they turn it over, I think Oklahoma could just probably seal it with.
Oh, yeah. If Oregon
just
doesn't score here, it's over, for
Oklahoma.
sure.
What?
If Oregon doesn't score here, it's over for sure.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say, because, Oklahoma could get the ball back with 3 minutes, if not 2, and they could just kill it.
Maybe the Oregon job was the only big job. I feel like Dan Lang wanted a big job, and now it's the only big job he was offered. So he went there, but there's not many defensive players in the West Coast. Or just not.
Yeah.
It's where your quarterbacks, running backs, receivers are. It's not where you get defense. So I don't know. Maybe we'll make it work. I'm not sure.
That one's over the middle, incomplete.
I would have liked him to. Not even the SEC, just stay within the southeastern area. You know what I'm saying? Like at least the ACC or the ACC or. There's some defense up in the Midwest, so even the big. I don't know, just not the Pac-12.
Yeah. Here's some pass rush. Anthony Brown trying to escape. Oh my God. Are they gonna call this a safety?
Oh, this game might be over.
Anthony Brown was a little slow to get up. He's up now. He's fine. If it's not a safety, he's at like the half-yard line or something, man, because they
How
held
much
him
money
up
you
right
betting
there.
that he can drive down all the way for Anthony Brown's going to lead his team through for a comeback?
Oh, are you actually serious, or are you making some jokes here?
I'm making some jokes.
Okay, I was fixing to say, like, I'm not willing to bet too much, man.
Oh
It
no,
looks like
I'm
he's
not. I'm
limping a
not doing
little. I
any.
think he might.
I'm not doing any real bets. I don't. I'm still a kid and stuff.
Yeah. I think Anthony Brown looks like he's pretty hurt. I'm not sure. He's limping a little bit, but they got on him.
Hey, look, credit to Oregon, though. They gave us a pretty good game here.
They did with, somewhat of a comeback, right? Because they were struggling early on, but they made some plays in the second half.
You see that play where the guy got his helmet ripped off and ran into the end zone, but they called it back?
Yeah.
They need to change that rule. That's such a stupid rule.
Yeah, that was like in the first quarter, wasn't it?
Second quarter, something like that.
Second quarter.
It's just a bad rule. If the guy wants to run without his helmet, then let him run.
Incomplete.
I get the player safety thing, but it's like, God, no one was around him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. California. Jerry Wells says California is very liberal. They were probably pressured to cancel. I don't think that has anything to do with it, Jerry. Oh, he's talking about the UCLA thing. I got that mixed up. Do you think that had something to do with it?
I
Ballard?
hope not, man. I don't. I hope not.
With
I
them being
hate
in
politics
California?
interfering with sports.
Them being in California, that actually could have had a real factor.
Yeah, maybe.
Jerry Wells has a point there. You'll have to talk about some of these ball games tomorrow, or no?
Nah, not tonight, man.
Not tonight? Okay.
Just want to
Just
finish up
watching the
this
rest
game
of
and
this
go to
game and
bed.
end the stream.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to jinx myself, but the weather's calming down a little bit now.
Yeah.
No jinx, though. This was an entertaining game. I like this game.
It was.
Jerry Wells said that Nancy Pelosi pushed it.
Oh, God. Here we go with the politics. So bad, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. She's evil.
Imagine if Lincoln Riley makes the playoffs one year, and because California has strict rules against COVID, they force him to opt out or something. Wouldn't that be ironic?
Oklahoma be laughing.
Yeah, well.
Be like, still can't win a playoff game, let alone make it. You left us.
Yeah. I think Dan Lanning will do well at Oregon. I do, but
Yeah.
would have picked a different job if I was him, especially, But
What do you think is a better job to have, Oregon or Oklahoma right now?
or Oklahoma. I mean, by
Yeah.
far. My only concern is all the players are going to transfer to USC or something, but Oklahoma, they're the better team. Oregon has quarterback problems.
Yeah.
They don't really have that good of a recruiting class. They kind of fell off a little bit. Mario left. Oklahoma still is retaining their players.
Mario.
They've had some flips, but they're retaining their players for the most part. And, Dan Lanning's walking into a quarterback problem.
Yeah.
I mean, but seriously, what do you think Dan Lanning was saying to himself watching Anthony Brown in the Pac-12 title game? I mean, granted, Bo Nix is going to be starting, but still.
Yeah.
Looking to be 0-4 versus Georgia.
In golf?
Because we're playing week 1.
Are they 0-3 all time?
No, I'm talking about Bo Nix is 0-3 versus Georgia.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Oregon. Like,
No, I don't know. Georgia and Oregon, I don't know about that. I'm going to look up the series because I'm interested now. Yeah, Georgia's 1-0 with a win in 1977.
you could tell there's some emotion coming from Bob Stoops tonight, man.
Yeah,
Dude, I really would like
I
to see
feel
him
like-
return full time to
I feel like
coaching.
the guy can still coach, but he just wants to spend time with his family.
That's all it is.
And that's respectful. I respect that.
Heck yeah.
But the guy can still coach.
Oh, you saw it tonight, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
one
for
thing that
sure.
doesn't need to be happening though, this whole thing of Bob Stoops coaching the ball game, this isn't a good thing, and let me tell you why. If Bob Stoops is still hovering over Oklahoma's program, if he still has it in his hands and under him, their program's going to go nowhere. If it's just going to be controlled by Bob Stoops, who's a retired coach, then they can just forget it with any national titles. They're not winning a national title with Bob Stoops controlling them like this. I mean, it's either you're coaching the team or you're not. If you're tired, then we appreciate what you did, but this program's in Oklahoma's hands now. You know what I'm saying?
It is. Yeah.
So this isn't necessarily a good thing. I mean, good for the bowl win, but if this stuff continues, this isn't going to be. He's too involved, is what I'm saying. I mean, either be the coach or not, and he's not. But yeah, I'm happy for Bob Stoops. I really am. It's just, I don't think this is the best thing for Oklahoma because he's hovering over their program, and that's not good.
Yep.
That'd be like Bobby Bowden hovering over Florida State's program, which he wasn't. Or Bear Bryant.
Just go ahead and call this one final, I guess, because they're practically just kneeling it out.
Yeah.
It was a good game to watch, though.
Oklahoma,
I mean, it was very
they're going to win,
entertaining.
but
yeah.
Great game.
Even for Oregon, I don't think you need to hang your head too much because, I mean, they were coming back a little bit.
And you're getting a new coach.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Oklahoma, they just ran a lot of running tonight. If anyone in this room likes a lot of running the ball and all that stuff, you enjoyed tonight because these teams rushed for a combined 411 yards. Or no, 511 yards. My bad. Isn't that crazy?
It is pretty crazy.
Yeah. And a lot of scoring with it, too. A lot of the scores were because of surprise pass plays. Because they were running the ball so much, they finally caught the defense off guard.
For sure, man.
Props to Bob Stoops. I can't wait for the bowl games tomorrow. And can't wait to beat down Michigan on Friday.
Michigan State and Pitt, I think, will be a good one.
Oh, yeah, that's tomorrow, isn't it?
Oh, I'm excited. Damn it. I might be at work. What time's that one at?
7 o'clock.
I work 4:45 tonight. Crap.
Oh, well, Tennessee and Purdue, they're on at 3 o'clock. I'm interested in that game.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're not playing. See, they're playing Wisconsin and Arizona State 10:30. Well, that's really late, actually, but
I'll tell you what, I do not work on Saturday for New Year's Day. Let's kick off the new year. I might do a Rose Bowl stream. I do have to work Sunday, so
you do playoff streams.
I was going to start back the Unprofessional Sports Show, solo style. I might do the Rose Bowl stream, and then right after it.
What about playoff streams?
What?
Playoff streams?
Oh, for the semis?
Yeah, semis.
I got to work all day on that.
Oh
day.
my god,
it sucks, man.
If I was working on that day, I'd boycott my job.
No, I can't boycott this one, man. Gotta be an adult. Gotta be a man. Gotta take care of business. That's all it is.
Yeah, well, I can't work during the playoffs.
Yeah. A lot of people can't. Anyway, I'm gonna end. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, you can. I was gonna say one last thing, but I'm gonna say I'm not looking forward to the South Carolina North Carolina game tomorrow because it seems like the SEC is gonna be 0-5.
What a snooze fest this is. These bowl games, honestly, some of them do suck.
I mean, we have to wait till the playoffs for the SEC to get a win, unless South Carolina gets a huge upset.
It might be a cursed year, and our teams both might lose. Who knows? But
no, I have to admit it honestly. The Big Ten is a better conference this year, but just this year.
Yeah.
After this year, I promise you, SEC will be back to their normal status. They'll be the best conference.
Oh, for sure. You look at recruiting. You look at the new. I mean, take Brian Kelly and LSU. You got a couple new hires in there, and I'm even curious. I mean, with Dan Mullen out, at least you can say you probably have a guy that gives a crap about recruiting, and maybe
Florida could do something.
Yeah, well, maybe it seemed like they weren't motivated. The team I'm
You
surprised that
influence
lost.
chess.
What do you say? But I hope you influence Chesley. Yeah, the team I'm absolutely shocked that lost. Mississippi State. I mean, good God.
Who did they lose to again?
Texas Tech, 34-7.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
And they got run for 206 yards in Mississippi State at a top 5 run defense in the nation. And they, Mike Leach said he had something that game. Well, obviously you didn't, sir.
Yeah. Anyway,
Scarrato.
hey man, listen, I'm gonna head out. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. You're always welcome on here, as always, buddy.
All right. See you, Ballard.
See you, bud.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks, Jacob, for coming on. I love you, bro. Keith coming on here. Slim. I love each and every one of you. Y'all know who you are. I'm gonna get out of here, go to bed, get some rest. Got a lot of other bowl games this weekend I could look at. The playoffs on Friday, but again, like I said, I'll be working all day. So, but be an adult, take care of business. I love y'all, and hey, like I said earlier too, man, appreciate everyone for an amazing year in 2021. It's been a heck of a year as it comes to an end here in a couple days. 2 years on here, made some great friends in Alabama, made some great friends on here. I love and appreciate and thank God every day for each and every one of you. I love y'all. Keep your head up. Jesus loves you. God bless, and roll tide.